Welcome to this Session 3, the conclusion of our DL6 Traitor Amongst Us DireLands actual play adventure. My name is Adam, and I'm your storyteller. DireLands is a dark fantasy system-agnostic campaign setting I put together, and DL6 Basic is the stripped-down game system I designed for DireLands. It features a basic roll high on 3d6 mechanic with an innovative trauma system, where trauma or damage you take actually lowers your chances of success in the game. Now, last time, as I find my position here with the players, last time on Traitors Amongst Us, the party discovers paperwork detailing a secret project called the Solar Axiom, which is dangerously destabilizing due to its power being siphoned. But before they could slip away with a mysterious button and a sample of void silt powder, 4 Xion Order acolytes cornered them. Bosco hastily cast invisibility, but rushed movement gave them away. Fearing the doctor's abductor was still in the room, the acolytes cast a revealing spell that stripped Bosco's cover and summoned a Triumvirate cleaner, sparking a chaotic chase. After losing the cleaner, the party doubles back, only to face the acolytes once more. Upon realizing the group was actually investigating Dr. Thorne's disappearance, the acolytes changed tune and smuggled them out to safety. The investigation quickly heated up. At the apothecary, the party learned the floor sample of void silt was a rare, pure variant of the street drug, far deadlier than they'd encountered before. Next, a trip to the tailor confirms the missing button belongs to Admiral Holton Reeve. The pieces of the puzzle have now fallen into place. The Admiral has been demanding Solar Axiom resources the Doctor refused to provide, and he's been using pure void silt. His button was left at the scene, and now Dr. Thorne is gone. Armed with this evidence, the parties infiltrated the gala at the Foster Gare Naval Dock, arriving just in time to spot the Admiral boarding the Brie Shader Jaya icebreaker ship. So, that is exactly where we're picking up today's game. Let me get us right to that location at the military docks. So I don't know if you guys remember the map here, but Piotr, you're right here. Arix is right here. Oh, who wants to play Arix, by the way? I didn't ask. Can one of you play him if he gets in the session? I can play him then.
All right.
What's that?
I said I could do it.
Okay, thank you. And then Aelene is up at the stairway, as well as Bosco. So, what are you guys going to do?
Can I get access to his character?
Yeah. All right, you should have it now.
Thank you.
Just give access to everyone. So, you're at the gala. What are you doing?
We should try and get on that. Should try and get on that boat, really, shouldn't we? If we can. We're not allowed into the loading area. We might be able to get onto the dock.
You do know there's a significant amount of guards out here. There's one right here. There's 2 at the main exit over here. And of course 2 at the entrance door. And who knows how many undercover, if there are any.
Bosco is going to move. I'm having a brain fart. Gregory, what's your character's name again?
You're kind of quiet now. Who did you ask that to, Gabriel?
Gregory's character. I'm having a brain
Piotr.
fart. I can't. Piotr.
Yeah, Piotr.
Bosco's going to wave Piotr over.
Okay, I'll just head over to him. What? What do you need?
Okay. I have a plan.
Can you speak up, by the way?
I'm talking how I normally talk.
Yeah, it's just quieter now for some reason. I have you at 200% right now.
Back when I want.
Yeah, it's cutting off.
Probably
We were having problems with this last game as well.
have a plan. If we could find an isolated location where... Is there anyone sitting at this table next to us?
There's people all over. It's mostly standing room at this point.
Okay. I'm just keeping it in a low whisper for the only 4 of us to hear. If we find a isolated location that I could have direct line of sight, I could get us onto that ship.
Okay, Piotr will look round and he'll just go, where are the bogs then? So we'll be looking for the toilets. Is the toilet overlooking? Is there a window?
Okay, so I hadn't actually thought about toilets, to be quite honest, but it's going to be through the bar in the far side on the left of the room.
Oh.
Let's make our way over there. It will hopefully be empty.
We can try it.
Okay. So what about Aelene?
I'm just gonna stick with the group.
Okay, so the bathrooms are separated by gender. So you have men's and women's. As you get over there, you can see clearly it's marked on the doors. And it looks like they're not one at a time or anything like that. Like there's a number of sort of cut out seats with porcelain tile put down on the seats. It's a little bit chilly, but it's literally holes going into the ground like you would see it like, an ancient medieval castle or something like that, where it's just evacuate out of the building side itself. But there's stalls for a number of people. There's a sort of a short half wall between each hole that you would then sit at, and there's also a bit of like a run against the wall on the floor if you just needed to like piss, and you just go up against the wall and pee in the little gutter and it would run out on its own without having to take up a toilet seat. So the privacy isn't exactly what we would have today. They didn't really, in Bressus, they don't really think of it as this, super secret private thing, the act of using the bathroom. So you guys go in, and it looks like arrow slits for ventilation as far as windows are concerned. You've got just open air arrow slits, probably one every 3 to 5 feet against the wall somehow around that area. It's certainly not something that you could like slip through or anything.
But would I be able to make line of sight with the ship?
No, in fact, you guys aren't entirely sure which ship is the Brishadera. I mean, you can make some assumptions, but there's a couple different ships in the shipyard right now. You saw the Admiral Holton going aboard one ship, but it is not, like, you could see it from where you were standing in the actual, like, gala area itself, but you cannot see it in the bathroom at all. It's actually pointing off in a completely different direction.
Since we can't see it here,
we kind of just need to get out there though first, and then we can chat our way on there maybe. Arix is a chatty fellow, and I am, of course, Ronald Fortescue Smythe, Vice President of the Gnomes Riveters Guild. So we'll be absolutely fine.
I like the confidence.
I do appreciate your confidence in your facade businesses, but drawing less attention is paramount at this point. Let's go take a look at the front of the building and see if we can get a direct line of sight with the ship that we saw the Admiral walk onto.
So you guys, when you were at the outside of the gala entering from the front, you didn't see any of the ships. This building is so large that it completely blocks off view to the actual dockyard itself, the military dockyard itself. This gala space is sort of taken over some former office space that's being used by the military. So it's probably intentional that the military's access point to this dockyard isn't publicly visible for civilians or spies or anything else like that. Really, the best places for you to get into the back is literally through the buildings, past these two guards right here. Unless you sort of use some sort of magic to go through the walls or go through windows or something like that. But then again, the use of magic, just to remind you, is verboten. Like, it is a crime to be using magic in public. And you can't do it surreptitiously. So you will somehow, if you're casting spells, use your verbal, somatic, and material components in order to cast spells. So the chance of someone seeing you, especially in this crowded of a space, well, maybe in fact in this space it might actually be beneficial because there's so many people. But people nearby you will definitely hear the crazy arcane tongue that you'd be speaking. And if they happen to turn and look at you, they would definitely see the somatic movements and the, atmospheric, cosmic, magical reaction to the spell itself.
So shorter than everyone. Right.
Not shorter than Piotr.
I'd say I'm shorter than Piotr.
Have him get on your shoulder and get a
Just
cloak around both of you. They're like little rascals.
Well, I think it's time for Aelene to use her female wiles on the guards of the doors. I am just assuming that they are gentlemen. I apologize.
She does not know how to use her female wiles. This is a bad plan.
Nah.
Out of curiosity, Dad, when we were looking through the little arrow slit or arrow slot in the restroom,
yeah,
was I able to see the ground, or were we like really high
up? Well, you're higher up than ground level, but if you like stood on the back of the toilet seats, the sort of porcelain seating, and looked through, like leaning against the wall, looking down, you could see ground that way. But you would literally have to like stand up on the back of the toilet and look through the slot looking down, because it's set up to be air vents, not, a picturesque window that you can just enjoy a scene from.
Okay, we'll see how Piotr plan works out, and if that doesn't work out, plan B is go to the bathroom and do some magicry. I'm saying this in a low whisper to the group.
Okay.
Is there anywhere we can gather, maybe sort of unseen?
Inside the gala? Not really. I mean, this is
either in or out.
You would have to go outside.
Okay. Where we could, Bosco could maybe do the invisibility spell?
It's a little too crowded. We would bump into...
That's why I was asking if there was a more open area, probably outside, but I don't know how crowded. Is it really crowded outside?
I mean, this is a huge party, so you're going to have a number of people going outside for air to smoke their pipe or cigar, and this is going to have people all over, not to mention guards outside as well that you would pass in order to get inside. So there's nowhere, unless you leave the gala, in order to be isolated and alone, with no chance of eyes on you.
Let's try the guards. Come on, boys and girls. Let's go. He's a bit below to this guard over here. Alright, me, I'll try.
You see him. The guards are all dressed in, basically like tuxedo type clothing, and they're just sort of standing there. You can tell these are trained military soldiers, but they're doing their best to look like butlers or just innocuous doormen. As you're walking up, it's very clear that you've got a couple guards' eyes on you. Not only the two that you're walking, but the two at the base of the stairway. As you approach the guards themselves, you can just sort of feel the eyes. And as you sort of stop in front of him, he slightly tilts his head and just sort of nods it and looks back, just sort of scanning the room.
Hello, gentlemen. Let me go. I wish to walk onto the deck there. That's okay. Ronald Fortescue Smythe here.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
I wish to walk on the deck out here, and I'm just gonna literally try and blow past him.
Okay.
Just say my name, Ronald Fortescue Smythe.
Right. He doesn't seem to try to stop you as you're walking by.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna head out through the door.
So as soon as you
Forward to
step
see
out
this view.
into the cool night air, you actually do see a couple other people out here. You see not only some of the waiter staff and the sort of bartenders and stuff, just any of them on break or hanging around these sort of crates over here, just enjoying themselves in the fresh air. You do see a couple people with drinks who have just sort of escaped away a little bit further on the decks over in this area. On the left-hand side, and there's one or two people just in this corner right here. You see that there's sailors who are properly dressed in their military sailor uniforms. I just have them here as pirates because I don't have icons for everyone. And they're just sort of standing guard at the entrance to the actual docks themselves. And they're just sort of shooting the shit, chatting amongst themselves as people are just sort of, hanging out in their own little areas, and you guys just walk through without any issue.
Okay, well, I will carry on heading on as if I am walking towards as I'm walking towards the ship.
Okay. So about the time you get to this portion, this is where, they see you as you start to walk forward, and they just sort of walk over, put their hand up. So, all right, this is off limits to military personnel only. The guests are allowed to walk through the grounds and enjoy yourself at the party.
Do you know who I am? Of course you don't. I am Ronald Fortescue Smythe, Vice President of the Gnome Riveters Guild. I am showing my lovely lady Esmeralda here the fine work my gentlemen have done. I am military adjacent, you might say.
He's like, that sounds very interesting, but we have strict orders that no one is allowed on this area.
These fine ships, gentlemen, that you sail upon are the very work of my young gnomes, apprentices, who should be pleased that I wish to have this. Maybe it will save your life. Who knows? I can find a rivet hut place. Have you seen any, sir?
Go ahead and give me a mental check. You're going to have to get really, really high to try to convince him of something that's clearly not true.
He is fully mental.
Dang.
14, but I'm gonna use a focus point, and I'm gonna re-roll my
your mental?
re-roll the mental stats. So yeah, D6. 2,
Oof.
so that would be a 15.
He's like, you can say whatever you want to impress your fine young lady here, but the reality is we have strict orders. This is a military installation. You are allowed to walk through the grounds of the Gala building itself, but you are not allowed on the docks, sir.
Oh, such a shame. Such lovely work our young whippersnappers have done.
So looking forward to seeing it.
I know, my dear. Still, back to the gala. More booze. Would you gentlemen like me to get you a beverage or refreshment or anything of the alcohol variety?
No,
You
thank you.
gentlemen love a little rum, I hear.
No, we are fine. Thank you. We are on duty.
Very well. Time to smoke a pipe. I'll just head back towards the door.
Nice. So you know that you guys are dressed really, really well. Give me a mental check here, Bosco.
Yeah.
Nice. You know, you could probably put some sort of glamour together to look like your military officers using your magic. It probably wouldn't last very long, but at least you could, you know, you might be able to get past the 2 sets of guards to get on the ship if you did it. Of course, with glamours, there's always a chance they see through it, but it is an option.
That is true.
And of course, you do have a lot of other people around here as well. There's about, you know, a total of like 8 individuals outside of the guards that are just sort of hanging out. So you would have to figure out a way of doing it, you know, as secretly as possible, but...
Guys are more likely already well acquainted. The sailors and military personnel. And some of them are recently familiar with orders failures. I think invisibility honestly might be the better way.
Just keep in mind that that does cost a lot more, and while it does last longer, you still have to deal with the audio senses that are not taken care of through the invisibility.
This may not be the best idea, but I do have a fire kit if we can go somewhere unseen and make a diversion.
Where did you stow your fire kit in your ball gown?
It's a
In
puffy
her
ball
ruffles.
gown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ruffles.
It's
her
in your
ruffles.
garter belt.
Yes.
So there's like a bundle of
Along with a
twigs.
couple daggers.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but just throwing out ideas.
So you just threw out an idea to start the building on fire?
Just not inside, but well, wait, they're outside, right?
Yeah, you're all outside right now.
Yeah. So somewhere out of sight right now, but close enough that well, it would be obvious if we're the ones. It would be more suspicious if we were the ones running your fire, but
Out of curiosity, is this a wall of windows right behind us? Like
No,
structure?
behind you, this is a closed off wall. The doors themselves don't have any windows in them, but this room in here, the solar, has windows for the walls.
Okay.
But we weren't allowed in there because we weren't military personnel.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of... It has the view of the actual ship that this is all for, and everything is sort of progressing as far as the night's concerned. As you guys are out here sort of brainstorming and just chatting with yourselves, you look like you're just sort of taking the air with everyone else. You can hear a bit of a hubbub going on inside. It sounds like they're sort of gathering people in this main room. You can see in this window some of the military personnel that were enjoying this sort of private room walking away from it and going into the main gala space. And, you know, there's like sort of murmuring as if they're making some sort of announcement in there or something's happening. You can see a couple people like sort of look at each other like, oh, hurry up. They're probably doing the silent auction. Let's go. And they sort of pass through. And as the doors open, you can see even people in the bar are starting to move into that main area.
Well, they're kind of distracted.
yeah.
See, distract these guys
Yeah.
and the guys in front of the boat.
What do you
Maybe
guys?
if we head behind where the crane is, then those guys won't be able to see us. If there's no one else left outside, then we could.
I just went over here. And so is Arix.
I'll head with you.
Have the people that were back here relocated inside to the auction?
Yeah, even actually the workers, like the waiters and the bar people who are out here just sort of chatting and stuff, they've all moved inside too. Apparently whatever is happening is of some significance. And so you guys actually, as you walk to this other side of the crane, you're pretty much out of the line of sight of the guards at the stairway that stopped you. And it looks like you kind of have a bit of privacy over here.
Ruler. I do. Bit of a stretch, but I do. Okay.
It's really hard for me to hear what you just said.
I'm going to tell everyone to place their hands onto my shoulder.
Well, what is
Or
it you're
just-
trying to do first? I want to be clear about stuff.
I'm going to teleport onto a vacated part of the ship.
Okay, so
Since
just
I
so
have-
you know, the only part of the ship that you have to be able to see where you're going to be teleporting to or know it in some way, and you don't see into the ship at all. You just see the ramp leading up to the ship. So you could teleport yourself to the ramp, which is right next to those guards, but you couldn't actually get onto the ship at all.
I can see to about right here.
No. Because your line can be drawn there does not mean you can see it. The ship itself is very, very large. The ramp is going up to the side of a metal ship that you cannot see onto the deck
Oh.
of.
It's at a steep
Yeah.
slope.
It's a huge, huge, huge ship. So the closest you could teleport is where you can see, which is this ramp that's leading up to the ship itself.
Is there any objects that I can see on top of the ship?
Well, the ship itself has multiple layers, but you can't see the ground of those layers. And since you're not familiar with it, you can't teleport to places that you're not familiar with, or you cannot actually see the ground of. So, I mean, you could do your best and teleport to the air and hope you don't like flop down and, land on something important. But actually safely teleporting, you just don't have the line of sight in order to do that. But the ship itself has the main deck area, and there's probably tons of below deck area. And then above deck, there's 2 extra layers where it looks like it's probably piloted from in some capacity, or there's different rooms in that area.
Do I see
a quick-
the ceiling of any of the rooms?
The ceiling of it? No, this is nighttime. You can't even see in a window.
Oh, there's no lights on the inside?
No, the ship itself is not lit up at all.
Okay. I will...
A quick question: Are there any other races other than human that are part of the Navy that we know of?
That you know of? No. None of you really know anything about the military, never having any direct experience with it. You know that Bressus is primarily a human place. If there were other races, they were probably members of the military, not necessarily high-ranking officers or anything like that. But you could probably guess, your more common humanoid races like elves or half-elves might be able to work their way, up in the military. Halflings and gnomes probably would not be able to. There is still a bit of, just racism. I mean, really what it comes down to.
If we're going to go the disguised route, I want to look like a cannon firer. She could be an officer.
I can make you look
You're
like
an
a cannonball.
Oh, very rude. Us gnomes are well known for our mechanical aptitude. I think a gunner would be perfectly within the remit of a gnome. Yep.
Does anyone have a drink or anything? By any chance?
Oh, why? Yeah, sure. Or just get one.
Pretty sure this is a terrible idea. We should discard, but you know, just throwing things out there. This crane, does it look like it's something that I could get into and maneuver, or no? Is this a crane right here?
Yeah, what do you mean get into?
I don't know, maybe I can just
It's not a
open the door.
mechanical, it's not like a modern crane. I mean, this is all manually pulled and
Oh, okay.
and stuff like
Then
that.
Never mind, just ignore it. It was already a bad idea.
Ah.
I was gonna try to draw the guards to me and pretend that, oh, I just wanted to check it out and I accidentally bumped something, and
Oh.
let the rest like sneak past, draw the guards' attention. But okay, that
Right.
won't work.
I mean, you have two very valid options in front of you. You can try to use your magic to perform some sort of glamour on yourselves so that you look like officers. You have your invisibility is an option. You have your teleport to the actual ramp is a solid option. You wouldn't be able to do multiple versions of those because, again, you only have a certain amount of focus, and the more people it affects, the more focus it takes. But you know, you have a couple options that you could try to exploit.
I'm gonna teleport everyone to the ramp.
I mean, you could,
Is
you know,
there
just throwing it
anyone
out
that
there,
would
you could
see
even
it?
just swim, you know, just dip yourselves into the water and swim around and try to find somewhere that you could climb on top of the ship, you know, from the actual water itself.
We fell in.
I mean, I would try to be secret about it, but
Well, if we were caught.
right.
If we teleport, the area we would
Right.
teleport to, are there people that would see us suddenly appear?
Yeah, these
Yeah,
two
there's
guards right here.
guards there.
And then you don't know who all is on the boat itself, you know? This whole event is based around this boat, so you know at some point people are going to be filtering outside or at least witnessing from the solar itself and, you know, the whole naming ceremony aspect. So at one point it will be lit up and it will be the center of attention. It looks like the night is progressing inside, so you do have a limited amount of time out here before those events actually occur.
What's everyone leaning towards? I think that we should probably glamour ourselves on, to be honest. Because if you teleport, then we're blowing straight away.
Yeah.
Because the ramp guys see us. I know we
That
might
looks
be blown
suspicious.
anyway,
Yeah. Less
but
suspicious.
with the glamour, but we've almost announced our presence if they're awake. That's my fear. But what do you think, Bosco?
And I want to teleport all of us to one of the.
Ignore it.
No, I'm not saying we will. I'm just saying one of my ideas. I want to teleport to. I don't remember the name of this on ship.
Like the crow's nest or the
Not
mast.
crow's, it's like lower down that I could see on the ship.
Oh, I mean, even this ship, you know, a traditional ship, it's so high that you can't see the top, like where the actual floor is on the ship itself. I mean, these are, you know, massive
But
galleons.
That's why I use that as like a reference point
Hmm.
and do the lowest visible point possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
So that-
gamble for sure. Because then you would have to be able to get off of this ship onto the docks and onto the other ship. Because teleporting 4 people is going to take 4 focus.
No, I'm not saying teleport onto this ship. I'm saying teleport onto this ship using whatever the pull part is as a reference.
Right.
Especially since this one's further away, and I could see more of the hole for this mast. Or I would assume so.
So should we take a dip into the water, climb up behind the boat, and then teleport onto the other ship? Is that what you're saying? I like the plan. It's crazy. It might just work.
Yeah.
Aelene doesn't like any plan, so she's just gonna have to follow along.
Halflings are wild. You should meet my daughter. She's crazy like you.
Let's go into the water and climb up onto this ship, and then we'll teleport onto.
Sometimes
the
I think you just
But-
choose the most difficult option because. But okay.
Do we see anybody moving around on the other ship?
No, you don't see anyone at all
Okay.
on any of the ships. So I'm going to need a stealth check because you're going to have to pass by the guard's line of sight in order to get onto the, like dip yourselves into the edge of the water and down into it. So that's going to be your spirit check.
Spirit.
Not so good.
Please
Oh,
don't.
15.
Oh, thank you.
We got one more to go. Arix. Nice.
Let's go.
So everyone is using the boxes. You sort of duck down, looking around, taking your time. As soon as they sort of turn and look toward each other and talk, you like rush over. You're doing your best. You get to the edge of it. You sort of climb over the edge and hang off the side, and then wait until you just sort of hear laughing or something breaking through from the gala area, and you drop down. And what you didn't really plan for was how far that fall is into the water. These walls are pretty steep. You can see that there's stairs leading down to a lower area right here. And you're looking at a good 20-foot fall. So as you sort of let go, as you're hanging on looking down, you know you're going to make a splash sound. So you're just sort of hoping they're not going to be able to, not pay attention or not hear where it's coming, or do you have any other plans before you drop?
Try to be as straight as possible and swim towards.
Hope your swim team experience helped when you were
Yeah.
in high school.
Try to swim towards the side of the boat.
Well, we got to deal with the
That's fine.
splash first. So as you guys drop down into the water, you just and then swoosh into the actual water itself. Your dress flips up around you and you're completely covered. Like you can't see. Your arms are on the inside, almost like you're caught in a net from your
Oh.
massive poofy dress. This is going to be precarious for you once we actually start the swimming process. But for now, I want to get another stealth check just to see how quietly you dropped in there. And it's going to be against their spiritual to see if they heard you. So the first one got a 14. The second one got a 12. You guys want to beat that. Oh, Arix.
Hoo-hoo.
Nice. So we're looking for Aelene.
Oh wait, I was first, I think.
I don't see it. This is the second stealth check with Spirit. Do you guys see Aelene's?
Yeah. 15. You got.
Why do I
Yeah,
not see
5
it?
on spiritual, 15.
No.
It's-
That was
I'm right
the
above
first. That was the first.
No,
Check.
if you scroll up, you'll see me.
No, I know. What I'm saying is, oh, so you rolled that before I rolled the two guards
Yeah,
Yeah.
for this specific encounter, not the earlier one?
yeah, for
Yeah,
this
no,
one.
it's
Got you. Okay. That was my misunderstanding. Okay, so everyone except for Arix, who sort of tripped on a bit of a stone that was sticking out from that brick wall built up. He sort of hit it, spun a little bit, and splashed down on his side. And the guards was like, what the hell was that? And you see him start walking over here. Well, you don't see anything. You just hear them say, what the hell was that? And as you guys are in the water, what are you doing at this point in the water?
Ducking under.
Yeah.
Trying to
I'm
go
trying
under?
to get my skirt down, but also trying to stay underwater as long
Okay.
as I can.
So give me
if I'm
a
able to move forward.
give me a swimming check for everyone. We're going to be using strength for that, or physical for that.
I was gonna say Arix is not 100% after all that diarrhea yesterday.
Yeah.
Forgot what gave it to him. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was to get rid of all the poisons.
So you were struggling a little bit, Aelene, but you're able to get your arms underneath and you sort of push yourself under. Everyone gets under. Let me see if they witness anything as they're looking. So they do see that there's some disturbance in the surface of the water as they're looking down there, but it's so dark they're not entirely sure what it is. He's like, hey, I'm going to go down and check this out. Get back to your post. And the other one sort of goes back to his post. He comes down to the second tier and he's looking down. And so where are you guys swimming to now that you're under the water?
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So underneath the water, you're moving and swimming under. You know, you don't know. Sorry. This guy is just out here looking, trying to see any disturbance. He noticed that there was a splash, and he's seeing ripples coming from that area, but he's not actually seeing anyone, and he's just going to stand here for a bit to see what happens. He like calls back, "Hey, did you see that gnome and his broad? Did they come through that door? I thought I saw them walk the other way." And you guys are under the water, so you don't really hear this. And they're just sort of talking back and forth, trying to figure out if there's a safety issue right now, if someone fell over the edge, and if they need to, get some more support or help or anything. You guys break up to the surface, and you can see that there's some net rigging and stuff like you would find on any normal ship and stuff. And you can start climbing up if that's what you want to do. I would just need another physical check for the climb. So, Arix, you're having a really hard time. You're unable to pull yourself up, just soaking wet, and your limp little arms can't pull yourself up. Someone's going to have to try to help you in some way.
I'll try and give him a hand.
You've got 3 1s, a total fail.
I got 2 1s, so my heavy dress is making it a struggle. But
so, if you're going to give him a hand, Piotr, give me another strength or physical check.
17.
Beautiful. So, just the visual irony of this, the diminutive Piotr grabs the tall Arix and pulls him up. He's like, just hold on to the edge. And Arix is just like trying his best to climb up. And Piotr's like pushing him up throughout the whole process.
Just think you're strong. Think you're strong. You're a treasure hunter. Remember that.
You're a
You'll be a
treasure
big boy
hunter.
one day.
So you eventually all get on the side. Is your plan to crawl up over the edge onto the deck?
Yeah, keep it
Yeah.
as low as possible.
But keep
let's
low.
take a look just to be sure. I know it's supposed to be empty, but let's take a peek first. And
Okay. Well, as you guys are on this outside edge, you're sort of moving up to the edge and looking down. This looks a completely empty deck. It's completely dark, but you do see the guard walking over here, and he's like looking down at the edge. He's not looking up at you guys hanging on the edge of the ship. He's looking down at the water. He's like, I don't see any bubbles or anything. I don't think anyone fell down. He's like, well, then probably someone didn't fall down. Just come back over here. It's like, all right. I'd hate if that gnome is drowning down there. Wouldn't that be terrible, though? It's like, it's a gnome. Not a big loss.
I'll have you know I'm the Vice President of the Rivers Association. I'm a man of position and respect. How dare he? Rude.
So you are free to
So,
climb up onto the deck if you want.
yep.
so start like bringing out my skirts, make them a little less heavy.
Yeah, just shocked at how much water your dress actually collects. It was
Yeah.
just crazy. All right, so from the part of the deck that you see, I'm just sort of looking at the ship and trying to gauge what you would be able to see here. All right, let me get back to you. So on the very front of the deck, before it hits that first and second level, where they would actually be like piloting from and other stuff, you can actually see parts of the base deck right around here from where you are right now.
Okay, and do I see anyone on top of it?
No. Give me a mental check as you're sort of looking and trying to gauge what's up there. So you're having a hard
Can I
time
do it
seeing
too?
through that dark. It's just
I'm gonna use my racial feat and re-roll my mental.
okay. Aelene, you don't see anything. It's just completely dark.
Yeah.
So I got a 14.
Yeah, you can't really see anything. You know that there must be other guards on that ship, but you didn't see any when you were on the dock, and you don't see any now that you're on the boat. So they might be roaming, they might not be stationary, or you just don't have a vantage point to see them.
Arix, do you see anything over there? And Arix is going to see if he sees anyone.
He does. In the middle of that second level, it looks like there's two guards on either side of like these lantern spotlight sort of contraptions, and they're just sort of standing there talking to each other, you know, sort of up, having this total top down view of that whole front deck area.
So they would be standing like a little bit over on this part.
Yeah, if you teleported to the actual deck, you would be right down in their eye line looking down on you.
Okay, they're just
You do
standing
see that, yeah, I'm trying to... Yeah, you don't see it. Arix just sees that they're just standing there. And it's really only because there's a small railing that is visible from your perspective. If you tried to teleport right against that wall as it drops down, you might go unnoticed, but it's a gamble.
I
As
like
I'm
a
bouncing
gamble.
between views here.
Okay. We're going to sneak our way over to where the ship captain would steer the ship.
In the back of the ship?
Yep.
All right, give me stealth checks for everyone. Spirit checks. Nice. So you guys move back to the back area. Let me see what you would see from back there. This looks much better. You don't notice anyone in sight at the moment. Give me a mental check. And Arix? Okay, 13, 13, 12, 13. Yeah, you don't see anyone. You know you could teleport to the deck itself. There's also a second level before you get to that third level where it had the guards on the other side. So you could try to teleport to that second level from where you are right now, or you could try to teleport to the deck itself.
And does the second level look like it's...
I mean, it's
It
higher up,
had-
so if people are down, they're going to see up.
How does teleporting... I'm saying this to the party. How does teleporting to the decks to the... Or 3 of you?
I don't know, magic's your thing.
Okay. Everyone place your hand on me, and I go away.
Okay. I'll touch his shoulder like I'm a member of the Captain Planet team.
Okay. So you all sort of touch his shoulder, and you start casting your spell. You're actually at the back of the ship. Go ahead and burn 4 of your focus. And as the forces of the cosmos swirl around you, as you're touching his shoulder, you're sort of turning insubstantial. And then you suddenly feel like you're doing like somersaults through like this whirlwind, sort of, colors and lights swirling all around you. Your stomach is lifting up into your chest or dropping straight down out of your ass as you sort of tumble through space and time. And did you say you were doing it to the second floor or the deck?
Yeah.
The deck, okay. Let me move y'all over there. Oh my gosh. All right, so it's actually this top area here that you guys are at. Let me move you to the deck. So this would actually be on the opposite side from where it was placed perspective-wise. All right, so this is the ramp leading up. Actually, it would probably be down to there. So you guys teleport, and you actually see, as you land, you see 2 guards walking opposite direction of you toward the rear of the ship. You see that there's a door on the level you're on in front of you. There's stairs going down. You can see that there's these sort of boxes, some sort of container devices on the deck itself. You can see that there's little stairs going up to the second level, and that there's doors on the second level, and then there's little stairs going up to the top level. So as you hit the ground,
I'm hiding.
you can see them. Give me a spirit check from anyone that's going to try to stealth from these guards that are walking the opposite direction.
I think can we hide right here? Just take
One person
steps
could.
and hide. Oh, just one. Okay. All right. So
Unless they like climb on your shoulders and push you down to the ground. So 11, 11, 15, 13. So you guys land. You've done this once before. Have you ever teleported before?
This would be my first time.
All right. Give me a physical check, everyone. I want to see if you puke or not.
Are we at least dry?
This is no, you're not dry at all. You're soaking wet. Aelene, you, as soon as you land, before you move or anything, you're spinning and twirling through space-time, and suddenly you're planted on the ground. You feel like you just drop down and everything comes out all at once. You're just and just splat, 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 splat all over onto the ground itself. Bosco, you're just like, nope. Piotr, you're almost giving it up, but you hold it in. Arix feels totally fine. It's like, this is a Tuesday, no big deal. The first time you guys have ever teleported through space-time, this is a huge, huge physical exertion. And Aelene, you lose it. Upon doing that, I should have done that before I had you start stealthing. You try to like move over and be stealthy, but just the sound of you vomiting causes these people to stop and turn around. And as soon as they, of course, see you actively puking and everyone else, like, you there, stop! And we're at an initiative as they start to move toward you. So I'm going to add everyone here to initiative.
Down the stairs.
Now, ethical question: do we kill these innocent people?
Oh
They're
my
just doing their job.
Look at you.
Want to, but...
So their plan is they're going to obviously go forward and try to apprehend you in some way. You know that there are guards at the bottom of this ramp as well. And they probably heard you as well.
Oh, no.
But we're going to deal with these two first on this first round. So they're going to move toward you. Their physical is 5. So guard is 5. Aelene, you're vomiting, so you're going to go last no matter what, just because you're trying to collect yourself. But what is your plan?
Was this a setting where I would have been able to easily bring my bow with me, or is this
No.
you leave all? Okay.
Yeah,
So
no. I mean, if you wanted to try to like smuggle in like a dagger or something, you could do
yeah.
that.
Well,
but-
earlier I said I did have a
yeah,
couple daggers in my skirt, so yeah.
but no, you would not have anywhere for your bow.
So yeah, I would, as soon as I am able to think straight, I will try to get my daggers out and ready to use if needed.
Okay.
Don't kill them, just knock them out.
And if you're going to use that's going to be your physical. So you're at a 4. And Arix, what are you going to do?
I have 2 trauma on my physical, but
Oh, so what's your physical total right now?
2,
Okay, thank you.
unfortunately.
And Arix, what's yours? Or what are you going to do?
Arix is going to choke one of them unconscious, or attempt to choke one of them unconscious.
So he's going to move toward
That's
them and
perfect.
grab one of them and try to hold on to him and try to
Just like
choke him
it's
out.
like a chokehold.
Right. All right, so what's Arix's current physical?
It is 4.
And Bosco, what's your plan?
He's going to throw a throwing knife and dome one of them in the head with the hilt.
Okay, so you're going to try to non-lethal brain one of them. What's your physical right now?
2.
And then last but not least, Piotr, what's your plan?
Well, I was always going to head down the stairs, so I'm going to head halfway down the stairs. And
He's
because that's my
filming them.
theory is, that's where the engine room is always down the bottom.
Right?
So he's going to try and head halfway down the stairs and sort of hide in the darkness, see if there's a chance for me to get out and flank someone if they try and attack my party from the rear.
Right. Okay.
I
So-
do regret not saying something about attempting to handle whatever might come at me non-lethally, but I think it's too late.
Your character's not thinking straight. I mean, you're just like, vomiting and just like, oh God, no. So Piotr, what's your current physical?
5.
5. All right. So Piotr's going to go first since heroes always go first. So you moving halfway down the stairs is going to put you. I'm actually moving you to a different map.
All right.
I'm going to drag you real quick. Just so you can see, I'm going to ping it. As you sort of go down the stairs, it is completely dark down there. I mean, you are shrouded in complete darkness. You're also a shorter individual, and so your head is not even breaking that first layer. I mean, you're down in, these are pretty steep steps. So as you move slightly down, you're sort of looking around, and you don't really hear anything down here. It's very quiet and echoey. So that sort of empty ambient hall sound as you're like clink, 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 stepping down, it sort of echoes. But you don't see the deck anymore. You don't see your friends anymore, and you don't see the guards anymore down here. Is there anything else you want to do while you're...
No, I'm literally just going to look up the stairs, see if any of those guys try and rush up the gangplank and sort of keep checking all around me to see if my party of friends are following, because I said, quick, head down the stairs. And they didn't listen.
Right.
They opted for murder. Again.
I'm not thinking straight.
All right, so the guards are next.
It's not murder.
They have a 30 move. So the first one, he can't do anything once he gets there, but he's gonna rush up. He's like, all right, get off the ship right now. And the other one just sort of rushes up as well. Like, you guys are not allowed to be up here. I don't even know how the hell you got here. You're soaking wet and you're puking everywhere. We're gonna have to clean that. Get down that ramp. And as you guys just naturally would like sort of glance down the ramp as he points over, you can see the other guards like, what? And they turn and look up. So you can tell that there are 2 guards down at the bottom that are now aware that you guys are up here. That's their turn. Next up is going to be Arix. So you say he was going to try to choke him out?
Attempt to choke one of them out.
All right. Give me a physical roll, and they're going to do an opposed physical roll as soon as I can find their sheet that I totally closed. All right. They're not wearing armor right now. All right, so they got a 12, you got a 17. So you latch on, you grab one and hold it. There was like, what the hell? They're clearly at this point ready to do combat, but you can do 1 non-lethal damage to him, 1 non-lethal trauma from the chokehold, and that is going to change his from 5 to 4. All right, so you got him down to 4. Let me 4 out of 5. There we go. And then next up is going to be Bosco. So you were going to throw it, but at this point you can just try to hit him if you want to do that.
I'll pommel strike him with the hilt.
All right. So he is going to... So you go to try, and he just moves out of the way. That's it! You're going off the hard way. I hope you enjoy prison, kids. And then, Aelene, now it's your turn. You're just like finished puking. You reach up under your skirt. You finally find the sheath. Pull your dagger out. Now, the one closest to you is actually in a chokehold right now. The one that's furthest away from you is not in a chokehold. There's 2 guards at the bottom of the ramp that's right in front of you. Who is it that you're targeting with your dagger?
Would I have some sort of disadvantage if I try to go after the one in front of Tix?
Arix?
Oh, Arix, yeah.
No, you can attack him. I mean, he's being held right now, so you would actually have an advantage. So he would have a disadvantage of trying to get out of the way.
Can I just use the back of my dagger, the hilt?
So you're going to try to just hit him in the head?
Yeah. I just want to knock him out if I can.
Roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, you do your best, but he's moving around, kicking off the machine. Arix is doing his best to hang on, but he is able to get out of the way. Actually, what was his original roll? Well, his original roll was 12. That's still higher. So, yeah. So, he still wriggles out of the way from you. All right. So, for round 2, we've got 2 more guards coming into play. They're planning to rush up and grapple with each of you and put you in manacles. The one that Arix has... He's going to pull his manacles out, and he's going to try to attach them onto your wrists as they are being held in front of him around his neck. And the guard in front of Bosco is going to grab his manacles, and he's going to try to grapple you and put them on as he's grappling you. So, Piotr, what are your plan? What are you going to do?
What is Piotr going to do? Oh no. No, it's just, who knows? I mean, it's such a great distraction. It would be a shame to not take full advantage of such a wondrous distraction. He's gonna sneak further down the stairs and probably.
All right. If you're sneaking.
A job to do, kids.
Yeah, if you're sneaking, you're going to be moving half move, and your current physical is still 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Aelene, what's your plan? Aelene?
I'm debating. So the guards down, bottom haven't started moving towards us yet.
No, it's not their turn yet.
Okay, I'm gonna try to repeat what I did before.
So you're going to try to hit the guy with the back of your hammer, or your back of your dagger?
Yeah, hope to knock him out. At least take one out of the equation temporarily.
Okay. And Arix, what are you going to do?
Just going to continue choking the one out.
Okay. And then Bosco, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna pommel strike the guard in front of me some nuts.
Okay, so you're going to try to hit him with your dagger. All right, well, let's go ahead and see how this unfolds, shall we? Piotr, you are up. Where are you going to move to?
I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 down to here.
Okay. Give me a spirit check just to see how well you're stealthing.
Probably not well. It's not great at it. 14.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Go ahead and give me a mental check real quick.
Mm. 17.
You can hear humming coming from around that corner. Like a person humming, like like singing a song, humming.
Okay. Right. I have to be really quiet.
All right, so now it's the guard's turn. So the guard that has not been hit yet, the one in front of Bosco, he grabs his manacles and he's going to reach out and try to grab you. If he successfully grabs you, he's going to slip the manacles on. So go ahead and give me a physical check as he does his physical check. He got a 12 on his physical. So you're wriggling around. He's trying to grab onto you. He has your shirt. You rip it out from his hand as you move away. He's trying, but he's just not successful. The two guards at the bottom climb up. The first one is going to grapple Aelene and put manacles on her. Give me a physical check, Aelene. Oof. Yeah, he grabs onto you, and you can see the manacles coming out. And the next turn, if he maintains his grip, he's going to put them on you. The second one comes up behind Arix. He's going to grapple Arix. Give me a physical check, Arix. He grabs you, yanks you, you sort of lose your grip on the guard in front of you, and he has his manacles out. He's like, hurry up and put him on this, punk! The guard's like, okay, I'll do that. Arix acts before the guard does. So, Arix, you are currently being held from behind. What do you do?
I am now no longer wounded. Arix is going to thrust his head back and smash the back of his head into the naval dude's nose.
All right, give me a physical check. You whip your head back. The guard moves to the side. This isn't the first drunken brawl I've been in, kid. Go limp, or I'm going to make this hurt. And Bosco. Oh, no, the guard goes first. So the guard in front of Arix is going to try to put the manacles on. Arix, you are held, so your last physical roll to dodge was 16. The naval guard rolled a 16 to grab you, so heroes win ties. So you're able to move your hands around, even though you're being sort of held around your elbows space, and he's unable to get the manacles on your wrists. So next up is Bosco. Bosco, you said you were
using
you were going to hit him with his...
the-
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit, and he is going to obviously try to defend himself, and he successfully does. So it moves out of the way as you try to bring it up from underneath, just whoosh. He's like, what the hell, you dirty little rat? You're going to pay for that. And Aelene, you're last but not least. So you're going to try to stab someone. You are currently being held. Do you want to try to break out instead?
Yeah.
All right, give me.
Well, I was gonna try to hit them on the back.
Well, you're being literally held right now, so
Yeah.
you can't hit anyone with, like, your arms are at your sides. Sort of like pterodactyl or T-Rex hands at this point. Give me a physical opposed roll. You break out, so on your turn, you break his grapple from you. And we're back at the top of the round. So, the guard on Aelene is going to try to grapple you again. The guard that's currently holding Arix is going to... Actually, yeah, he is actually going to bring his knee up into your side and just sort of knee strike you. The guard in front is going to try to put the manacles on Arix, and the guard in front of Bosco is going to try to grapple Bosco. So, what are you doing, Piotr?
I will head to the corner. Try and have a little look round. I take it I can see a guard there.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll deal with that in just a second. But yeah, we're just declaring right now. So you're going to go to the corner and check. And
I'm going to try and yeah, go to the corner and check. It maybe take a button off and try and throw it past him just to so there's a chink 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 on the ground near him, and then try and whip past the opening.
Cool. All right. So that's all physical with your 5. And then next up, Aelene, what are you going to do?
Well, obviously, I'm trying not to get the manacles put on me. So is that all I can do? Or can I...
Well, you're not grappled right now, so you can do
Okay.
whatever you want to try to do.
Okay.
Can Arix shout right now?
Shout? Yeah.
Yeah. Arix is going to shout, toss him off the side.
Okay. I will try that.
All right. So you're going to try to toss him or push him off? Because they're two different things. One means you're going to grab onto him. The other is just a strike. Okay. So you're going to try to strike him and hopefully knock him off. And then Arix, that's going to be physical, and your physical is 2 still, right?
Arix still has a physical of 4. He has not taken...
I was talking to Aelene. So, Arix, what are you going to do?
Arix is going to break out of the grapple.
Okay. And Bosco.
He is going to strike the side of the naval dude in front of him across the jaw with a pommel.
Okay, so you're going to attack him with your dagger. All right, so we're pretty much staying in the exact same initiative order. So we're going to start with Piotr. Piotr down there, you look around the corner and you see this guard isn't being attentive. Who the hell would come down into the hull of the ship? So he's just sort of sitting here minding his own business. It looks like he's got some little trinket in his hands he's messing with, and he's just sort of humming to himself.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll rip a button off his fancy jacket. Oh no. He's going to try and chuck it almost past him or over him, so there's a little chink on the other side of him, like a ding 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 on the deck, to see if he can then whip past while his head's turned.
All right, well, let's do a couple things with that. Let's start with the physical for the throwing.
12.
So you whip it past like a bottle cap almost, and you just cling, 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 cling. You see the guard like, what the hell? He sort of jumps as if he's like, frightened for a moment. Like, what the hell was that? As he's looking the other way, give me a stealth check as you rush across the space. All right.
13.
Rush over to the other side. It doesn't seem like he heard or saw you or even noticed you. Let me just do a check here. Yeah, it seems like he is focused on that button. I'm not really going to add him to the turn order, but he's going to walk over and sort of examine down the hall. So you see there's stairs going down even to a lower deck, and it looks like the front of the ship sort of opens up from that hall a little bit.
Okay. if I'm moving, oh yeah, well I've had an action, so it's fine. Yeah.
Is
yeah,
that the
no,
full
I'll
distance
end
you
up-
can go?
Yeah,
your half move?
25 because I'm
Okay.
moving half, aren't I? So-
Yep. Okay. And then let's get back to the heroes. We got the guards going first here. So, the guard in front of Aelene is going to try to grapple Aelene. Give me a physical check, Aelene. So he grabs a hold of you. He's like, "Don't make me hurt you, ma'am. You're acting ridiculous right now. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?" As he re-grapples onto you. The guard in front of Arix, who is currently grappled, is going to try to shove the manacles on him. Give me a physical check, Arix. He snaps the manacles over your hands. The guard behind you is going to knee you. You're going to have a physical roll -1 because you're grappled to avoid the knee. So you take 1 trauma physical. I'm going to mark that down on your sheet here, or on your initiative order. As he sort of knees you right in the upper thigh, it almost feels like a horrible Charlie horse or something as it strikes you. And you sort of, dip down a little bit just from the sheer pain of it. And then the guard in front of Bosco is going to try to grapple Bosco. Give me a physical. Oh, wow. So he finally grapples on to Bosco, and he's like fishing. He's got you all with one hand as a smaller halfling, and he's grabbing his manacles with his other. All right. So that's their turn. So let's deal with Arix next. So Arix, you have manacles on your wrists right now. What are you going to do? And you're grappled from behind.
Well, Arix is going to use the manacles, swing his arms back, and pull into himself. Well, he's trying to
So keep in mind,
you're the manacle chains around the person behind his neck.
Think about this: the physicality of this. You're being grappled with your elbows to your sides, so the arms are around you from the behind. So you can only move your hands up and down, manacled together from your elbows. So you can't move your elbows away from your body.
Okay. Arix is going to attempt to break from the grapple.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. So the one behind you, and you sort of move your body to the side, sort of busting out of his grip. He's like, "What the hell? Don't make this hard on yourself. What the hell is wrong with you?" He's like, "Probably drank too much, damn drunks." So you break the grapple, and then Bosco, you are currently grappled. What do you do?
He's going to use since he's only grabbing me with one hand.
Well, with
I'm
your
going
size,
to-
it's enough to be grappled.
Either way, he's still grabbing me with one hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the pommel of my dagger and strike the inner forearm that is grabbing me.
Okay, so you're just going to try to thunk it. Give me a physical attack. You got a -1 to it as you're grappled. 11s are tied. So you thump him for 1 trauma.
I thought it was 2 because it was with a weapon instead of
Ooh,
just-
yeah. That's true. Hold on a second. That's the wrong one.
Actually, no. This is a +1 as well. So wouldn't that be 3?
That would be 3. So you just sort of like angle and strike him. I mean, the reality is the +1 is sort of meant for its actual use of stabbing, not for thunking people. But we'll let it roll in this particular case. So you sort of smack him, and it hits that sort of funny bone area on the outside of his elbow. He's like, "Oh, God!" Let me do a physical check and see if he can keep his grip on you. He drops his grip from you, and he sort of grabs at his elbow. So Bosco is now free as well. All right, Aelene, last but not least, you are grappled.
Wait. He succeeded? I thought he didn't.
On you? Let
Yeah.
me go back up to you. You had an 11. He had a 16.
Oh. Okay, how would that work with my plan to try to...
Well, you'd have to break your grapple instead.
Okay, so... okay, first...
Or go over with him.
Okay, well, first let me get a better understanding of this. I've never used this before. My class ability, Combat Mastery. When declaring a heavy attack, you may apply the intensity penalty to the defender's roll instead of your own. But there's a note, you still suffer the overextend risk after using this.
Yeah.
Is that something that if... Okay, what makes it a heavy attack?
Okay, so there's different intensities that you can attack with. And what it basically comes down to is a standard intensity. You don't have any penalty to your attack roll, and you do 1 trauma plus any sort of equipment bonuses. If you do a heavy attack, you actually it costs a focus. It gives you a -5 to your roll, but you do 2 trauma as a base damage rather than just 1. But because you have that skill, you would burn your focus and you would pass that +5 over to him. But that overextend risk means that you then cannot defend yourself from an attack when someone else tries to attack you in that same round. So you are completely giving up your defense in order to do massive damage all at once. Now, the line on here is...
round.
What's that? Yeah, just for this one attack. However...
Okay.
You cannot attack. The only action you can take in this particular case is breaking your grapple. Because you don't, you're not actively, unless you want to try to do an attack like Bosco did, where you're just sort of like tapping them with your weapon rather than like a full-on attack because you're being grappled right now.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
trying to
not breaking
imagine
your
how to
grapple. You're just sort
implement-
of hoping that they'll let go based if you hit them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm debating, part of me feels like I should save this for later, but if I don't get out of this, doesn't matter. So I'm trying to imagine how, if I'm like, if my hands are behind my back, grapple.
No. Your elbows are at your sides.
Oh, okay. So then are they behind me or in front of me?
He's pretty much behind you. I mean, you had turned. Well, I mean, it looks like you had turned to face him, but when he grappled you, he would have grabbed you and sort of forced you to turn around so he could then try to grab his manacles.
Okay, so I obviously want to try to break the grapple.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out visually how I would do that. Like,
Well, breaking a grapple is literally like trying to push your arms out so it breaks his hold on you.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. When you were talking about doing what Bosco did, was that the break the grapple or an
No,
attack?
that's an attack.
Okay.
The
that's
only
what I wanna
reason
try to
why the guy let go of Bosco is because he did so much damage to him that it caused him to let go.
do. Okay, that's what I want to try to do.
So you want to try to attack him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have a -1 on your attack. Are you using your overextend? Or your ability that we were just talking about?
Sure.
Okay, so you have a -1 on your attack. The normal -5 that you would have, you're transferring over to him at the cost of 1 focus to you. It means you don't have a defense on your next, whatever happens next to you.
Yeah.
So you will automatically get hit no matter what. So hope that this does enough that he lets you go, or it could go really poorly for you. So
Okay.
go ahead and give me a physical roll -1. He's going to have a physical roll -5. All right, so oh my gosh, he rolled good. Jeez. So he's got a 16 and you've got a 12. So you do
Oh,
your
no.
best, but you're held down, and so it sort of stops you. You still burn that 1 focus. but it just still stops you from being able to actually make contact with him. And he's like, all right, that's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And he's clearly going to make you pay for that on his next turn. All right.
Gambled and failed.
Yeah, well, it happens. What are you going to do? All right, Piotr, what's your plan for this next round?
To sneak further down the corridor and past the stairs and then have a look down the next one.
Okay.
Basically, is all I'm going to do. But I can't even reach there because I've got to go half move. So I'll get to near the corner of the
Right.
thingy, but I won't be able to grab yet.
I mean, you know there's no one right around you, so I mean, it's up to you whether you want to continue trying to sneak, but you don't see anyone.
All right, now I'll move my full movement then.
Okay.
And just have a
So
look
we'll do
back.
that in just a second. The guards, Aelene, the guard behind you, is going to headbutt you in the back of your head, and it's going to be an auto hit. The guard in front of Arix is going, now that you're cuffed at your wrists, Arix, he's going to actually sweep your legs so you drop down to the ground if he successfully attacks you. The guard behind is going to then kick you in the head to try to subdue you. The guard in front of Bosco is tired of messing around with this little halfling, and he's going to bury a dagger into you. All right, so Aelene, you don't get a defense, but you do get an action. So what is it you want to do on your turn?
I don't know. What can I do?
You can try to break the grapple.
So I'm not, even though I have the overextend?
The overextend means you don't get to defend yourself from other people attacking you. It
Okay.
doesn't take your action.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to try to break the grapple.
Okay, and Arix?
Arix is going to use the chains on the monocle to wrap around the guard in front of him's neck.
This isn't as long of a chain as you're thinking. Your wrists are like this. So you can wrap your arms around his neck, but it's not like a extended chain or anything like that.
I was thinking kind of like this, like
no, I mean, your
wrap
wrists are
around it.
together. But you can put it around his head if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and
I'll
then
put
Bosco,
around his head
and try to pull him down.
palm down into a knee.
Okay, so that's two different things. One is trying to basically grapple your arms around him, and the other is an attack. So you can do one of the two.
I'll grapple.
Okay, and then Bosco.
Bosco is going to pommel strike the guard in front of him's inner thigh.
Okay. So let's start with Piotr. Piotr, you're up.
Oh, they never listen, do they? Oh, I don't know what they're up to. Oh, infiltrate a Navy ship. Oh, that's what they said. Be quiet. That's what they said. Oh, so we'll be really sneaky. Oh. He has a look around the corner.
There's nothing there. You can see that there's these massive doors of these rooms, but that's kind of it.
Okay, well, I'll roll the dice. 1 to 3 on his left, the big room, and 2 to 6, he'll go for the little room. Let's just
Okay.
say. 1 to 3, he'll go for the big room. So there.
Are you done with your movement, or do you still have more move?
15, 20, 25,
Okay.
30, 35, 40, and he'll try and just peek in that door.
So you're gonna have to grab
Is it
hold
like
of
on
it
a
and
big-
sort of like pry it
it's a-
open.
Alright,
Just a
is
little
it
crack.
Like a,
It's completely dark.
yeah. Oh, it's completely dark in there, is it?
Yeah.
Right. I'll try and slip inside then
Okay. Yeah, you can slip inside.
and shut it.
Yeah. I like the clarity. All right, so the guard with Aelene, he attacks you with a headbutt. You take 1 trauma. So you're now at 1 trauma, 1 physical. Yeah, you're about to be put out of commission, Aelene. The guard in front of Arix is going to try to sweep your leg. So go ahead and give me a physical, Arix. Tie goes to Arix. You lift your legs up as he kicks his legs out. The guard behind you, he was going to kick you in the head. Now he's just going to kick you in the back. Give me another. Well, actually, you already have your 15. So you move aside with the guy in the front. The guy behind makes contact. You take 1 trauma from the kick to the back, Arix. You're now at 2 trauma by my count. Is that correct? Or, I'm sorry, 2 total physical right now.
That's correct.
And then Bosco, the guard in front of you, he only has a 2 action. So you actually go before he does. So you're up, Bosco.
Aha.
Well, actually, hold on. Let's do Arix and first, because it's Arix, Bosco, Aelene.
Okay.
So we can keep that 12 for your attack. But let's deal with Arix real quick. So you are going to wrap around his head. His physical is, yeah, he ducks out of your way. And then let's deal with Bosco's 12. He went to hit him in the thigh. Wow. Hold on, that's not right, because he's got a minus. Right now his physical is only 2. So that means that's a minus 4, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So that's still enough to duck out of your 12, 15. All right, that is them. The guard in front of Bosco has a 2 right now. He's going to then try to physically grab a hold of Bosco. No, he was going to stab you, actually. So he's going to use... we're going to say this is a dagger, not a longsword. But in any case, he uses a 16 to attack you. So give me your physical to avoid it. You take 2 trauma. And that puts Bosco down. So you are out of the fight physically, Bosco. You still have your magic. And that is something that you can still use. If you don't have any focus points, you can actually burn your spiritual, take a spiritual trauma, I'm sorry, not spiritual, but a mental trauma, and use a low level spell in order to do something on your next turn if you want to. But you just cannot physically resist or fight or anything like that. All right.
Any chance he'd have his potion with him?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Well, keep in mind that you guys came in here in like these suits and stuff. So where exactly would you put your potion?
Where the sun don't shine.
The old prison wallet.
All right.
So jokes aside, no, he wouldn't have it.
Okay. So back at the top, Piotr, what's your plan?
Well, is there... I suppose
it's completely dark in here. You do have infravision as a gnome, but it looks like it's completely empty. Like this, it hasn't even had a maiden voyage yet. It's just finished being built, and so it's just a big empty warehouse room.
He'd probably slip out and look in the one across from him.
Okay. The guards, with Aelene physically looking hurt. I mean, you only have 1 physical left, so you clearly look like you're hurt. He's going to drag you down the ramp as if he's taking you into custody. Arix, they're going to draw their swords. They're done playing with you. They're both going to attack you with their swords. Bosco, the one in front of you, is going to grab you and just drag you physically. You won't be able to resist physically. And so he's just going to drag you down the ramp at this point, now that you're down. Okay, so we're going to start with Piotr.
Okay, right, well, I'll try looking through that door right across from me.
As you open up, the smell of death and decay hits you instantly. Give me a physical check real quick. I mean, it is like real potent,
19.
but you fight through it. Your eyes start watering, and you see a body laying on the ground dead. Like, just this woman's body on the ground, crumpled and dead.
Okay. Does it match the description of the lady we're looking for?
In this mangled state, I mean, she's not really like physically mangled. It's just her body's like folded up on itself. It does look like it could be. It's kind of hard to tell in the dark, even with your infravision, and you would really kind of need a picture or something to know for sure. But it kind of matches the description that you've had thus far.
Okay.
Give me a mental check real quick. You see that there's this rolled up paper stuffed in like where her dress belt is in her waist. There's this folded up paper stuffed in there.
Okay, I'll take that. If there is anywhere with a bit of light or that I could read it, but
Down here it does look pretty dark and dim, but just with your infravision, it's kind of heat based. It's hard to tell what's on it, but yeah, I mean that's kind of where you are. It's just hard to tell what's on it.
okay. Well, I'll whip in the room and shut the door, and then
Okay, you're just like, oh,
oh Jesus.
because his body's just been in this contained space for days at this point. Okay, so then back at the guards, they're going to be able to move a quarter of their distance as they start dragging you, Aelene. He drags you to the bottom of the ramp, basically. And let's see, the guards in front of Arix, they're both going to strike at you. The first one, Arix, go ahead and give me a physical evasion check.
Okie dokie. Arix, there you are. No.
Stabs you, you take 2 physical. That drops Arix down. And then the second one is clearly not going to attack Arix anymore. There's no need to. So he grabs him and he starts dragging him at a quarter of his movement down as well. And then the Bosco is dragged down with this other guy. Bosco, what do you do?
I'm going to warp Arix. I'm having a brain fart on Amy's character.
Aelene?
Aelene. I'm going to warp Arix, Aelene, and myself to Bosco. Or not Bosco.
You would not be able to do that. Where are you trying to... Well, first of all, let's look at this. How many focus do you have right now?
I have 2 focus remaining, but I still have 6 mental.
So you're going to burn 1 trauma on mental to use 3 to teleport you guys where?
To Piotr's location.
So without knowing where he is, there's no way you could possibly do that. You can only teleport to places that you would be able to see.
That's why I said warp.
Right, but you don't know where he is, so you cannot use magic. You would have to divine where he is first, and then after doing that, which that would take minutes, then you would be able to maybe, if you had enough power, which that would take a significant amount of power to put one person there. But whether you use the word warp or teleport, you're literally moving from one place in space-time to another, and you just cannot do that without knowing where you're going.
Okay, then.
Just go downstairs.
I will teleport us to where we were previously on the other ship.
Okay, so go ahead and burn your trauma. As you start whispering spider words of magic, he's like, what the hell? This is a magic user! And then instantly the 3 of you disappeared. They don't know that you reappear on at the poop deck, basically, on the other ship. And you just sort of appear on the floor, just gasping for air as they're like freaking out and looking around. They're like, call an alarm! We've got stowaways out here somewhere! And you hear people calling, alarm! Alarm! And it's just sort of echoed throughout the entire dock area and into the ship itself. As it's just sort of like each guard is calling out, and it's echoing down all levels and up all levels as it's echoed out. And now everyone is on high alert. But you are free. All right. No more
Piotr
initiative.
behind.
So Piotr, you're down here all alone. What do you do?
Shouldn't have left us.
And I can hear an alarm.
At this point, it's
Oh,
pretty
good.
dim, but you're hearing like screaming at this point.
Okay. I'll peek out the door.
You see, when you were in there, you didn't see anything, but now that you open the door, light floods in, and it's just the sound of powering lights. And you're starting to wonder, wait a second, how are they powering this ship? And you're just like, oh, the solar axiom. That must be powering this entire ship, using the same thing like the gas lights, but using some sort of magical energy to do it. But for however they're turning lights on, the entire ship starts to light up from the inside out, as if there were like, stationary lights everywhere.
Okay, cool. So can I see this note now?
Yeah, you look down. This is clearly detailed schematics of the solar axis. Like, and of course, when I say schematics, this isn't a mechanical device, this is a magical device. And so there's all sorts of like magical inscriptions that you don't understand. But it's clearly labeled solar axis, and there's, that you can garner that much information from it.
Okay. Well, I'll put it in my coat. This is probably a really bad idea. And I'm going to try and sneak out the door.
You walk out the door and you don't see anyone.
Okay. Well, I'll look to see if there's anything coming up that hallway, up this hallway.
No.
And try and dash to the stairs and scoot down them.
Okay, yeah. How far would you be able to get down there?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I would be nearly at the stairs, but if I was doing my full move, I could get all the way down the stairs and then probably a bit beyond.
It's totally
So
up
if
to
I
you.
can't see anyone down the hall,
You don't.
I've gone 5, 10, 15, so 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and then another 5 foot down the stairs.
So as you get to the stairs, you're now down one more map area. You can hear, as you're like walking down, you can hear an alarm, like an actual like starting to build up, and it's sort of echoing. You can see the lights that are on are starting to sort of flicker a little bit, as if there's, some sort of problem or alarm system that's doing it. And when you walk down, you see this massive, you're not even sure what it is. You imagine, because you don't know what an engine looks like. And it's just this magical device that is sort of thrumming with light down at the very base of another set of stairs below you. It's completely lit up. And out of the corner of your eye, you do see a guard. He hasn't seen you yet. You see another guard on the other side who hasn't seen you yet. But this engine, it's sort of like shaking a little bit, and it looks like it's sort of throbbing as it's shaking.
Okay.
So while you notice that, let's cut back to our other friends here. You guys are hurting. There's no two ways about it. You guys are on the other ship. What is your plan at this point? Clearly there's an alarm going on. People are, screaming. It looks like the gala is going to be interrupted here as they turn this over to a full-on military investigation.
Well, considering they don't know we went and they can't confirm that we're still in the vicinity or not, Arix and I are going to lay low.
Yeah, anyone with 0 physical is not going to be able to move no matter what. I mean, you're exhausted.
Well, either way, we're still going to be there.
Okay.
I'll lay low.
So, Aelene, you have like 1 trauma or 1 physical left, right?
Yeah.
So anyone with like 1 physical, you can move around. You're just limping and you're really hurt. So you can help move anyone with a 0 sort of behind, crates or sort of barrels or just something to try to hide. You do know it is only a matter of time. It may be an hour, it may be a day, but they will eventually search this ship as well, since they haven't discovered you through the rest of their searches. So they're just going to be combing the entire area to try to find you, because clearly you were doing something on that ship that is illegal.
Wait, are the other 2 both at 0?
No,
Yeah.
one of them is, right?
No, both.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, they both are.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, I will try to pull them.
Okay.
I can't see that.
Yeah, you're
ship.
not going to be able to, because I don't have a back of that ship anyway.
Okay.
So you're just gonna hide them,
the-
just theater of the mind it. You're gonna move them behind some barrels.
the best place that I can hide us and what I can see. Yeah.
Okay.
I
I mean, you don't
I
have
don't
much of a
have-
move with a 1 physical anyway, so you'll do your
Yeah.
best, but you guys are sitting ducks. If they come upon you, you're going to be discovered. Now, I do want to bring this up really quick. It takes a little bit of time, but you do have a quick breath. It takes 10 minutes of rest. If you are not interrupted in 10 minutes, you can roll a 1d6, and you will recover that much trauma that you apply as you see fit amongst your stats. But that's going to be at the end of 10 minutes. So let's deal with Piotr for 10 minutes, unless you wanted to say anything else real quick.
I
Okay.
think we should do that.
So that is definitely an option that you can do it here in just a minute. So let's deal with Piotr here as he is isolated and alone on this alerted Brishadera ship.
Yeah. What to do?
Give me a mental check really quick.
I don't know if there's any way I can shut it off.
Yeah, you do
13.
remember they had mentioned that instability issue with it being siphoned.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try to sneak down the stairs towards the engine.
All right, give me a spiritual check.
This is not gonna go well. Already, I know. 17!
Yeah! All right,
Well,
you
it's
sneak
just a walk in the
down.
park, son.
As you're going down the stairs, this guy is moving and rushing up it. So go ahead and move yourself as you whip by him as he's moving toward it.
So probably get to that.
So he ends up going up, sort of rushing actually. And as you're behind that, you see that this guard, is there only 2 down here? He's rushing that direction as well. And he just heads right up to that next level.
Okay. I am going to try and... I did say that I was a saboteur. So let's get saboteury.
Well, I do want to just reinforce with that mental check you had earlier. If this thing blows, it's going to be like a atomic bomb explosion.
Okay. All right. Let's try and shut it down in some way, shape, or form.
All right, give me a mental check and let's see if you can figure this contraption out.
Nope.
As you're sort of like looking around, like, I don't even know what I'm looking at, let alone how to shut this damn thing down. You sort of look behind you, and it looks like there's some sort of like series of levers on this sort of machine over here. This sort of, and you're not even really sure about machine, the concept of machines and stuff. You also see a bunch of buttons and levers up on this catwalk. up over here. Again, the lights are sort of throbbing on and off. The alarm sound is sort of going, just becoming deafening down here. Probably
Rightio.
helped you with your stealthing.
Let's buttons or levers? Buttons or levers? What do we do? Buttons or levers? Let's say, ooh, evens. It's levers. It's levers. Hurrah!
You rush over, you're like,
Hurrah for-
all right, clink, clink, clink.
Da-da-da-da.
Start just flipping them down, and the
Yes.
lights start dimming, and the strobing sort of stops, and you just hear this into this very low sort of hum that you sort of feel more than you hear in your body. But it's no longer bright light anymore. Everything is dimmed down, and you just see these tiny little glow coming from little tiny, tiny windows off of this big contraption.
Ooh,
So it's not turned
Shiny.
off. It looks like it's just like powered down, basically.
shiny.
But at least now it's not actively like throbbing and shaking.
Okay. All right then. Well, in that case, I need to try and if we can. So I've got no clue about this engine. I've got.
Yeah.
Oh, I do actually did have that thingy about, but it was all in magical language.
Yeah.
What I would do for a mage.
Also,
nearly
as far as
90.
like size is concerned, whatever this is much too big for any individual to move around. I mean, it would take cranes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll try and have a little look around, sort of the upper deck up here. I don't want to meta too much, but there's obviously a panel there, and there's a panel over here.
Yeah.
So I'll come up these fast stairs over there, and
So give me another mental check as you're looking at these different panels and stuff.
okay. 13, but I will use a focus again
For your
and
mental?
re-roll my mental. So I'm nearly down. So 5, so that's another 4 on top. So that's a 7. What? Yeah, 17.
Okay. So not knowing anything about the ship and certainly not about mechanics or anything like that, but this looks like you sort of are just guesstimating. I mean, you're totally guessing, but
Oh,
this is probably where you'd be turning on the actual ship to move, like somehow, you know?
what, the big panel at the front?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So that's like navigation. Let's go break it. Let's go break some levers.
Okay. I will remind you that you guys originally intended to find the Admiral when you were boarding this. Just putting that out here.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay.
But you know, while I'm here,
Might as well
let's,
break some stuff.
break some stuff. You know how it is.
Okay. So let's have you go ahead and start breaking some stuff, and we will take a break. And then on the other side of all of that breaking, we will deal with the recovery of our other heroes and the further adventures of Piotr, the Sabateur. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be right back. Thank you all so very much for standing by and waiting. We are back. We are back with Aelene, Bosco, and Arix at the back of a ship. So were those 1d6s you guys doing your rest rolls?
I did not roll it.
Or was that my 1d6? Oh no, that
That
was
was
your
probably your
that was
1d6.
Piotr doing
That
his
was-
mental checks.
This is my mental check.
Okay. So Erica, you have 4 back from trauma that you can apply to however you feel like it, whatever trauma you're missing. And Bosco, you have 4. What about Arix? Arix has 2. Poor Arix. Getting the short end. That's what he gets for not being here. This is really his fault. So
It's never
go ahead
that.
and add the
Full health again.
nice.
All my trauma is gone.
Nice. And Arix
Both
is
mental and physical.
partially up.
He is half master.
Okay. So you don't get any focus from that, but you do get trauma back, trauma removed from it, and it's the only time you can do it. So with that done, what is your guys' plan now that you've been resting for 10 minutes? You see there are different groups of 4 guards, military police, searching the actual dock area, and you can see through the solar windows in the actual gala that the gala itself has been shut down, and there are military teams in there searching that area. So it's only a matter of time before they get back onto this main ship and start searching it as well. And then, of course, they're going to be going to your ship. And they might even go to your ship before they go to this other ship. So what do you guys plan to do?
Bosco, can you make us invisible?
Yes, I can.
It would take 3 trauma to
Okay.
do that.
However, going invisible only lasts a limited amount of time. And I don't know how long Piotr is going to be inside there.
I think, unfortunately, he's kind of on his own right now. I hate saying that, but
I think as
he's
of right
very
now,
resourceful.
that is true. He is very resourceful. I think our best bet right now is waiting in the water. Like, climb down the side of the ship and quietly enter the water and just
You don't
hover
think they'll check the water?
and just hover underneath the hull of the ship. Next to / under the hull of the ship.
Okay, we're doing that, waiting for Piotr. Hopefully, is that the goal?
Yes. We could swim over, take the long roundabout way of getting to the other ship, observe things from a little bit of a distance, and then when things seem to settle down, or if we spot Piotr, we'll regroup and get out of here.
Just for your knowledge of being in the water once before, you couldn't see anything happening up above on the deck, of whether it was the docks or anything else. So you would literally have no idea if Piotr walked straight open air day, walked down the gangplank if you're in the water. He's so short that from your perspective, you would never see him no matter what. He would literally have to stand on the edge for you to be able to see him, hoping that you're just happen to be in line of sight, and he has no idea where you are and you have no idea where he is. So that's a pretty big gamble you're taking.
Well, it's also a gamble staying here.
Right.
Well,
Is your
we're
goal
invisible.
to regroup, or is your what is it you guys are trying to do?
We're trying to regroup.
Okay. Well, you know where he is. He's on the ship. If you want to regroup, go on the ship.
Could we
Yep.
stay invisible long enough to get there?
It's hard to
return?
say because you guys didn't, you were when you were invisible for the first time up in the library, it lasted a while. The only reason why Bosco was seen is because this sort of mist of sort of chalk powder spell was cast over him, which sort of made him reveal. But that was kind of the reason why it dropped. So, and then him just dropping his concentration on the actual spell itself. So you're not really sure. It would be a gamble, for sure.
What do you think, Piotr?
He's not here.
I'm not there.
Yeah, I forgot. We were just talking about that. Okay.
I think you should come and save me as well. I think. There's Piotr trying to wrestle off a flipping lever, going, I want to break something while I'm here.
Okay. So,
I wish someone would come and save me. Please, Mother.
I don't have the power to do the spell, so I have to defer to Bosco.
How much mental would it cost to make 3 people invisible?
3 trauma.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So, like I mentioned before, there's no like gangplank going from the ship you're on to the docks at all. It's just sort of anchored there. There are ropes sort of holding it on, but there's no like walking area. So once you go invisible, what's your plan to get off this boat?
Yeah, I thought we could just walk like
Be
across
pirate.
plank together.
Glide down one of the lines.
You said rope is connecting it
Towards
to the
the
dock.
cleat.
Yeah.
We will hug the rope and inch our way down.
All right. Is that what you want to do as well, Aelene?
Sure.
Give me physical checks for everyone.
Oh, come on.
All right. You guys are invisible and you're slowly making your way. You don't know where each other are, and you're sort of bumping into each other because clearly you can't see each other or even yourself. It's making it very difficult, but you end up making your way onto that main central. Let me just show you on the map here. You make your way to this main central area right here. I'm going to put Piotr in the GM layer. So the 3 of you are right here, if you can see that.
Yep.
You can see that there are guards going all over this place. They're get these massive lanterns that seem to glow as if by themselves. They're not, you don't see like a burning flame in it from like oil or anything like that. It just sort of glows out an end. It's the strangest thing you've ever seen. But they're sort of putting it in the water and showing it up, all around as the groups of 4 of these guards are moving together, just searching the entire area. You can see through the solar that they're moving through, investigating, looking, underneath tables and everything, trying to find the 3 of you based on whatever descriptions they were given. You do see that there's still 2 guards here. What do you do?
Wait, where are the guards again? Oh, in the corner, bottom right corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to walk across, and whenever a group gets close, I'm going to walk at the exact same intervals that they do, so that my footsteps are harder to distinguish, but I will be stealthy.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, no one can see what anyone else is doing or where they're going, so you're going to have to communicate what you're doing somehow. What's your plan to do that?
When there's no one nearby, when we get to this spot, I'm going to let them know that I'm going to
You'll
walk
have to
around.
explain the spot. But
I'm going to walk around the boxes. The 4 boxes on the right side. I'm going to walk around the one closest to the middle. Then I'm going to walk in the center unless someone walks up behind us. Then I'm going to move off to the right side so that I don't bump into them. Then I'm going to follow the right side if someone comes. If no one comes, I'm going to continue walking down the middle. And then I'm going to
So as you guys are standing here
slowly walk
communicating
up.
this to each other, you're
We're
dripping
whispering this.
water onto the ground, and you're seeing it pooling at your feet. You know, just the residual water. Oh no, you weren't in there. You're just wet. You didn't come out of the ocean itself right now. So never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So give me a physical check to see if you can time your footsteps the same as guards walking by. Ooh, Aelene, nicely done. Arix, good job.
Good rolls.
Bosco's roll is right before Amy's.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even see it. All right, so you guys are doing your best to move by. As you're moving, you do notice every once in a while someone just sort of like glancing your direction and then looking away, just sort of, you know, moving about, active, alert, and searching. So as you're starting to move to the boxes, what's your plan there?
Continue
Are you
doing what we've been
communicating
doing,
to
but
each other what you're going to do?
when we're on that corner, I communicated what I was going to do. Walk down the middle quietly as possible. If someone gets close, match their footsteps so that it's harder to detect. But at the same time, walking as quietly as possible.
Right.
Until I get to
You knew it was a good idea,
directly
a bad idea to wear
directly-
spurs. Like, why did I go for the spurs? Ah.
chink, chink.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're going to do your best to match footsteps and just slowly, quietly walk as well as you can. Give me a stealth check. So this is going to be your spirit check to go quietly. All right. You're doing your best. Arix is a little bit hurt, so he sort of stumbles a little bit, but he still seems to be being quiet with all of the people moving around in all the different areas and sort of shouting orders and, you know, calling a response. It is creating a din of noise that's helping hide any type of footsteps you make. So go ahead and move to your next spot that you're going to go to. So the big question is, how are you getting past these two guards?
Do I see anyone walking up to go onto the ship?
No, you do see sort of heads every once in a while of people moving on the ship as if they're searching the ship, but no one's moving onto the ship. So it's clear that they've got different groups searching different areas.
Okay.
How creaky are these boards?
I know what it looks like, but this is actually a military installation. This is all very solid.
Okay. I'm just wondering if we could get away with like just very stealthily walking between them.
I'm going to use my knife and I'm going to cut off a button
Smart.
and I'm going to toss it to these boxes over here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a physical check for the toss. So you hear it go sort of clink, clink, clink. Let me see if they even notice. Yeah, you see, well, the first one definitely notices. The second one doesn't. So this guard's like, hey, did you hear that? And again, there's a constant din of noise of people sort of calling, do you see anything over there? No, I don't. All right, let's go check over here. And so he sort of like walks over and he's looking and he sort of kneels down. And so he's sort of out of your line of sight now behind these boxes. And
As he walks away, I'm going to quietly walk on the furthest side from the other guard possible up the ramp.
do you say anything to the other people there?
I do.
What do you say?
I let them know right as soon as one or walk away. Quietly make your way up the ramp.
All right, give me a
before I
spiritual check.
toss the button.
All of us?
All right. You feel less secure about your walking than you ever have as you're moving by. But with all of the other noise going around, the guard is sort of looking over. What'd you find? What is that over there? He's like, it's a button. There's a little button here. Where'd it come from? He's like, it's got to be them. He disappeared right from our hands. It's got to be him. He's got to be around here somewhere. So they're like, hey, get over here, calling out to more guards to come moving. All right, so you guys get on the ship. So let's move to the ship. So, Piotr, let's start with you. You've been down here messing with levers, bending, breaking stuff.
Right. My plan is going to head to the rear steps because I think they go all the way up, whereas these ones only go to the next level. So he's gonna dash to the back of the ship as far as he can. So I'll just move 50, and then if nothing's there, then I'll keep going.
Okay. So let me grab your guy and move you. Wait, where'd you go? Where are you?
I've already moved. I've moved 50 feet.
Oh, I see where you are. All right. So I'm going
So,
to... you can move all the way to the back because what they're doing is taking a long time. So you're going to go to this stairs back here?
Yeah, to those stairs.
Okay, so that is actually going to take you here, just slightly above.
Mm-hmm.
And you see stairs right in front of you, sort of spiraling up.
Okay. So I'll try and head up them, but I will be a lot more cautious.
Give me a stealth check or a spirit check.
So... 12.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, heebie-jeebies.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good. All right, so a stealth check of 12. Do you go all the way up?
No, I'm just going to that landing.
Okay.
And then waiting to see if I see any movement above me.
So you actually see movement down below. You see a group of guards walking past you in this space right here as they're sort of moving and rounding that corner, heading toward the front of the ship from that point. This, you clearly see open sky above you. So it clearly leads up to the very back of the ship, which was actually one level above the ground level. But the space that you were in is just like the landing you're on would actually be the deck level that you guys started on originally.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
within this sort of boundary here.
Okay. Well, my next move would be to go up the stairs and just peek round like a sneaky little chappy.
Right.
And,
So we can actually move you all the way to the very first boat. Let me move you up there. One more right to here, because this is the same stairwell. And you don't see them, but you do see more guards. So I'm just going to use one guard as an example of a group of 4 guards searching areas. So you see this guy up here, and he turns and enters these double doors right here at the 3rd level above the deck. And then these guards down here, this right here, just so to be clear, this is like it opens up going all the way down to the bed of the ship where you had walked into one of those rooms.
Right.
So
So
it's
like
pretty
a cargo
flat. Yeah, it's just a
entry.
cargo hold access. So you up here, you see the guards moving past here. It looks like they're going to be heading toward these stairs. And of course, we have our other heroes that are invisible. So you are stealthing. Give me a mental check, Arix, Aelene, and Bosco. And Piotr, let me know what you're doing next.
Well, I'm going to be heading towards this ladder down, and when this group of 4 head down the stairs, I'll be shimmying down these steps onto the deck.
Bosco's roll is actually 15.
Okay. So you actually hear some yelling from the guards at the end of the gangplank on the actual I can't think of what it's called, the actual dock area. And so this group of 4 rushes over that direction. As this group of 4 is coming towards Bosco, Aelene, and Arix, what are you guys doing? You see these 4 people rushing toward you. You are invisible. You don't know where each other are, so you're sort of probably bumping into each other, trying to move out of the way.
Backing up. We're backing up.
Yeah, so you guys are sort of like rushing, you know, doing your best to move out of the way, bumping into each other. Aelene's like, nope, I'm staying right where I am. I'm not moving. Are you moving at all, Aelene? You're muted.
You're on
man.
mute.
I can't see me to move me.
You don't see that?
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of feel for one of them, kind of grab onto their shirt or something, and kind of.
You sort of put your hands out and you like grab onto Bosco's face, sort of pushing him back, smothering him. You can't occupy the same space, just you know.
Yeah, once I find them, I'll find like collar or part of their shirt or something, just so I can feel where they're going and just follow along.
A pinky slips in your ear at one point, like, oh god, what the? You see these 4 guards rush down the gangplank and start searching that area. Piotr, if you want to move to the stairway, you can, and that's when. Give me a stealth check, and we'll see if anyone spots you. A spirit check. So it looks like Bosco and Aelene. You actually see Piotr at the back of the ship climbing downstairs.
Why did he get over? I say this in whisper. Why did he get over there?
So you point out.
Like a little ninja.
So everyone sees him now if you point him out. But what's your guys' plan now? What are you going to do?
I'm going to rush
I'll
across
turn
the
the head.
deck.
Go ahead.
I'm literally rushing across the deck.
Yeah.
We're going to meet up with him.
Well, he can't see you, so.
Well, we could still
We
say.
can see him. Yeah.
Well, we can still speak to him just because he can't see us.
Well, let's play that out.
Well, how close are we to any guards?
They're on the actual dock itself, so they're at the bottom of the gangplank. You don't know where any other guards are. You don't see any others.
Close enough.
So on
they
my
would hear
turn, I
us?
literally, I
Maybe.
move there. I move there. You probably see his head poking around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is really dumb. This is really dumb. He's going to run to this ladder over here. Ah! This is really dumb.
So you see him rush over
Arix
there.
Arix is going to call up. Piotr, wait, stop.
Oh my God, is that my conscience? Just get away.
Jiminy Cricket, is that you?
No, we're invisible behind you.
Oh my God. Oh. Can you make me invisible? That'd be nice. Don't worry about it. I'm so professional. I don't need to be invisible. I am like a ghost. Wait, oh, I found a body. I found a girl. She's dead.
You
And
think
I
it could be the
found,
doctor?
and I found this letter which has got loads of writing on it. But I won't hand it to you because you're invisible, so you probably can't grip anything. Can you grip
You're a ghost.
I'll
I think we
grab
can,
it.
but I don't think you'd know where to hand it.
Yeah,
I'll
as soon as you
grab it
grab it,
anyways.
it stays visible because it wasn't a part of you when you turned.
Oh my God, it's floating paper.
So I'm gonna ask,
Open it up and read it.
if it looked like the doctor?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Used to.
It wasn't free. Put it like this.
Oh, that's sad.
I'll just say one word to you: maggots. That's all I'm saying.
Lots
But
and
I'm-
lots of maggots.
I'm going to open up the letter and read it.
As you're looking at this, it's not even a letter. It's schematics for the Solar Axios. This is like the construction of it, and people could probably use this to back engineer and create their own. This is state secrets right here. This is worth many people's lives, and certainly your own. If this gets in the wrong hands, if this gets in the Galix's hands or anything like that, or the Witch Queen gets this, then they could build their own. And you knew it could be, if it blew up, it was like a nuclear bomb explosion, just from the commentary that you guys have learned thus far. Like, this could be a huge sea change in the defeat of Bressus and all the free people. If it gets in the wrong hands.
We could confront the captain, but I have a sneaking suspicion he's got 4 guards with him. Because I saw them walk in the big door up the big room up top. But we were only supposed to find the lady, and we could just say she's dead to the guy.
Well, I think there were 2 parts, weren't there?
The only thing that
One-
the only thing we're getting paid for is the whereabouts of the woman and her status.
This is very true, but I also believe that saviors of the Bressus Empire is quite a valuable thing to have. And I could see myself at these parties more often. You know, war hero, gnome of renown. I could
Just
see
to
it going
keep in
on,
mind,
friend.
you're hearing movement of people. You're starting to hear sound of guards underneath the stairs that you're right next to.
Shit, that's crime.
Where are we headed?
Bosco's
So you
gonna
see
make
there's a
sure
door right here. On the bottom level, there's a door right there, right next to the stairs. Next to these stairs, underneath this little horn thing, you see this speaker. You see a door there as well.
Bosco's going to make Piotr invisible.
Well, if you cast a spell, you are going to lose concentration on everyone, and that's going to drop everyone. That means it would take 4 more trauma to get everyone invisible again.
Don't worry about it. I don't need to be
I reject
invisible.
my statement.
As I said before, I am a professional, and if I get caught, it's fine. I'm just I'll throw myself off the side. I'm like an eel in the water.
Okay, so you've got a couple different options. I mean, you got stairs, you got ladders, you got doors. What's your plan?
Which
we
one
need to
will
do
get
is
us where
find-
we're going?
You don't know.
We need.
You don't
we
know
need
where
to
the
find
guy
some
is.
Uniform.
At this point, we're following Piotr. Since
Really? That doesn't sound like a really very good idea.
Well, I don't think we've had many.
You said you-
I hate to say it. It's not a good idea.
You
Well-
hear the door open, and you don't see, but you hear guards at the top start walking. It sounds like they're walking toward you.
Okay, let's go through this
We
door.
have to
Quick,
decide. Okay.
through the door. Ah!
So as you walk in the door, that actually takes you right to here. The one right below it. I'm going to move you, Aelene. So you guys are now right here. And you see a little door in front of you. If you open it,
Let's listen first, see if we hear anything.
you don't hear anything through this door. The footsteps above you sounds like they're getting close to that ladder right next to you.
you enter this
Okay.
room.
Right.
So you
Let's
go
look through
in
this
and
door.
close the door behind you.
Yes.
Okay, what do you do
Can I
now?
hear anything?
Quiet.
Can I hear
Close-
anything at this
quiet.
first door?
No, it's completely silent.
Okay, I'll open it.
Okay, it looks like it's someone's quarters.
Excellent.
What's it?
Is there any cabinet like uniform that would be in there?
No, this looks like it's probably one of the, like, I mean, it's nice furnishings, so maybe it's one of the first mates or someone of some important, but no one's moved into these places yet. I mean, it hasn't actually sailed and done anything yet. It's just being named today, so it's pretty Spartan. You got your furniture and stuff in it, but that's kind of it.
Oh well. I'll carry on down the corridor. Have a look through the next door. See if there's any uniforms or anything. I want a uniform.
As you open up this door, it looks like it's an even better looking room, but it's still, you know, empty of personal effects. That, Aelene, there's no door there for you to go in there.
Okay. I saw a ping there, so I thought that was the room.
Oh, no.
I'll carry on walking down the corridor.
You give me a mental
Right.
check.
Invisible. 16.
You can hear talking behind this door.
Ooh, what can I hear?
So it's sort of broken up, and it sounds kind of intimidating. Let me get the actual language of what you're hearing. You hear something along the lines of, "I said we wanted the final schematics. We need to back engineer that damn Axios. You don't know what's going to get it from me. You realize we're going to ruin you. Everything you've ever done. It's all over. Your career. Everything. Your life will be forfeit if you don't provide this. I've found someone else to provide me my fix. I don't need to go through you anymore. I'm tired of the subterfuge. I refuse. You'll die. No!" And you start hearing scuffling inside.
Right,
That's
let's go.
Like it'd be the
Piotr.
Admiral.
Piotr the hero. Ha! Amateur.
So you
This has beast.
try to bust open the door.
Yeah, well.
It is
I'll
locked.
try the door.
So as you try
It's
the door, it's all...
Okay, I'll try and pick it then.
So as you're picking it, I got to grab you all and put you in initiative order here. As you're picking it, you clearly hear a scuffle that's, you know... Give me a spirit check real quick on your picking it. Or if you want to do a physical, that's fine too. You hear a scuffle that's happening inside. You're not entirely sure what is going on in there. As you unlock the door itself, let's see, how many times do we have Aelene? We got her twice. All right, we got those two.
I'll do 2 attacks.
Let's go. So we got Piotr twice. Remove him. All right. So as soon as you unlock the door and you open it, you see that there is some sort of orc that's sort of wrapped up in black clothing. He's sort of roughing up the Admiral, and the Admiral is just sort of standing there. He looks... You've never been this close to him before. He looks hard up, you know? He's got red-rimmed eyes. He looks like he's been going through some shit. And they're just sort of grappling with each other. Go ahead and let's figure out what you guys are going to do. So this half-orc is going to be throwing the Admiral down and just punching him in his face. The Admiral is going to be trying to push him off and away from him. Piotr, what's your plan?
Well, I would imagine I've used my action just to open the door, so I'll let the other guys go before me, because I imagine they're going to go.
Okay,
in
so you're going
as
to
soon
open
as
the
I
door
unlock
for
the
your
door.
action. Then, Aelene, what are you going to do? You see the,
Oh no,
the
I'm
door would
first.
open. No, this
Go,
is just
Gab.
declaring what you're going to do.
Okay. With the information I have right now, it sounds like the Admiral's being, I don't know if blackmail's the right word, but something. Against his will, so I am gonna go in with my dagger and try to take down the person that is hurting him.
So you're going to go in and attack someone in a situation you know nothing about. All right? What's your physical?
4.
And then, Bosco, what are you going to do? Man,
Can
you're
we tell
quiet
he's a
again.
half-orc?
As you opened it,
Can we
you
just-
saw he was clearly an orc. I
Yeah.
don't know why I said
Wow.
half orc.
We go inside
There's
and
a reason.
grapple the one that doesn't look like the Admiral.
Okay,
That
so
was seen
what's
from
your
out
physical,
there.
Bosco?
It's a 3.
Bosco's a 3. And then, Arix, what's your plan?
He is going to non-lethally excuse me, he's going to non-lethally punch the one that Bosco grappled.
So
I'm
he's
supposed to be
going
the most kind-hearted, and I'm going in.
to walk in and try to punch him. All right. So what's your physical, Arix? 2?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So starting at the very top, the Admiral goes first before this door even opens. And you can see he's well, you don't see because Piotr hasn't opened the door yet. He's struggling with this. There's a bit of, get off me! No, I'll never give you anything. This is over. We're over. He's like, there's nothing that's over. You're going to die. And you just hear this sort of physical striking and sort of calls out and cries. And then Piotr is first. He opens the door. Aelene, you're up first. So you have the highest physical. You're going to run in and stab someone you don't know? Go ahead. Run in first, please. Okay, you can't occupy the same space. There you go. All right, let me pull up this character. Where is this character? All right. So you came in, he was clearly busy focusing on the Admiral, and you jab him in the back with your dagger. So that's how much damage? 2 trauma?
Yes.
Okay. He screams out, "Rah!" And this large orc is sort of like arcs his back, and he turns back toward you. You're gonna pay for that, missy! Bosco, you're up.
And grapple the
Give me a physical check. Yeah, you try to grab him. He just sort of puts his hand on your face and pushes you down. You're all gonna die in here. Don't you understand who you're dealing with? And then Arix, you're next.
that's not Arix. Arix is this one. He is going to be right here. And he's going to punch him.
All right. I already have an 18 for his defense. So you swing and you completely go wide and miss everyone. Arix isn't the best physical fighter out there. All right, back at the top, the Admiral is going to stammer back and almost fall back into the ground between the mattress and the wall. He is just, first of all, he doesn't know who the hell any of you are. He doesn't know the situation, but he knows that the guy that was just assaulting him now is turning his attention elsewhere, and that's important to him. Lux is going to turn around and he's going to jab his dagger into Aelene. Piotr, what are you doing?
I'm going to come into the room and I'm going to try and garrote him with my keychain.
Okay. Sort of wrap yourself around him. You have to jump. He's big compared to you.
I'll stand on the little chair that's there.
Okay. You'll
Oh, the
bounce
outside
on the
already.
cushion in the air. Yeah!
Leap up. Ah! I can totally do it.
Aelene, what's your plan?
I think the best thing I can do is still attack with my dagger, so
Okay.
I will do that again.
Yeah. Don't ask any questions. Just kill everyone. Bosco, you're up.
Bosco is going to slice the back of his knee with his dagger.
All right, you're going to try to attack
So
the
that-
guy. And then,
so that
Arix,
falls to the ground.
what are you going to try to do?
He's going to punch again since he doesn't have any weapon.
Okay.
Since his only weapon is a short sword. I doubt he could hide a short sword in this.
In his suit? No, not at all. Okay, so let's play this out. Admiral backs up against the corner, sort of stammers and sinks down. Who the hell are you people? Not really expecting a reply at all. Lux
We're here to help.
turns and faces Aelene and attacks. He is going to use his relentless... no, I'm sorry. His precision strike. No, he can't do that either. I guess he's just going to attack you normally. So, his poison dagger strikes out. Give me a defense. Nice. Oh, you don't have your leather armor on, so you got to subtract that off. So it'd be 17
Okay, so
without that.
Okay.
But still, it means he jabs out at you, and you move aside, and the dagger sort of slices through air. You do notice a little wetness splat against the wall, so clearly there's something on that dagger. And then Piotr, you're next. So you run
Okay,
over
I'm
past
can
Aelene,
I,
jump
can
up.
I yell out?
You can say whatever.
Can I yell out? I think it's poisoned.
I mean, there's no way for you to know that. Just that there's liquid.
I said I think, but
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
think I have
I'll
more time to
spend-
explain more.
Well, there's nothing to
Spend,
explain because you don't actually know.
Yeah,
I'll
so I'm just
spend
saying
a
I think.
focus. And use my precision to do a heavy attack with a flanking heavy intensity and try and get him.
Okay, so you're going to apply his. Ooh, nice roll. So he's going to have a -5.
No, I just don't get the -5 because I'm not a fighter. I'm a.
Oh, right.
Oh, I just ignore the -5 penalty.
Well, in this
Forget
particular
that.
case, it's not going to matter much because he's rolled low. So you reach up, you grab, you wrap around, and you're sort of hanging on him with the garrote around him. What's the
That's
damage on that
3.
too?
3, because
3.
it's heavy intensity.
Right. 3, so that's 4, 5. So he is clearly hurt. Let me adjust his thing real quick. Is it? Okay. So he's clearly hurt. I can't really say much, just that sort of gurgling sound.
Sleepy time, sleepy time.
Aelene, you're up. So you're jabbing at him to attack. So his roll was a 12 for defense. You break through it. So you bury the dagger into him, and you see his body just sort of go limp and drops down to the ground, crumpling to the ground. And he's out. He's out of it.
Okay. Let's look to the captain.
Holton's just like, what the hell? You don't understand what you just did. You don't understand. Oh, we're all going to die. We're all going to die.
Really?
Oops.
Looks like we killed a saboteur. The ones they were looking for.
You don't understand. He
What?
starts
Who is he?
physically shaking.
Who is he?
Explain.
He's Luke's Verkaz. He's a Golix spy master. All of his men, if he doesn't report in, are going to swarm this ship. Oh, we're all going to die. Oh gods! Oh gods! And he just sort of brings his shaking hands up to his face. Oh gods! Just starts freaking out. You know, you guys made sound. This whole thing, there's a bunch of yelling and screaming and attacking, and you know the guards are around here somewhere, so it's only a matter of time.
Bosco,
Bosco's going to.
give me the paper. Give me the note.
I toss him the paper, and I'm going to flick the Admiral on the forehead, or as close to the forehead as possible. I don't know if he's kneeling down. But I'm going to flick him. Say, you need to calm down.
Let's put this in. All right, and I'll stuff
It's like,
it in.
who the hell are you people?
I'll stuff it in this guy's belt.
Who killed the scientist?
What?
Was
Oh,
it
what are you talking about?
Scientist, she's dead.
What scientist?
The woman you went to
From
go
the
and find.
library.
You guys know her as Dr. Thorne.
Dr.
Dr.
Thorne.
What do you know about Dr. Thorne?
Well, I know she's dead on the second floor of this blooming boat.
He's like looking at that paper that you stuffed into his, Luke's Verkaz's belt. It's like, what the hell was that? Where did you get that paper?
Off her body.
He like lunges over Bosco and grabs. He's like, "These are state secrets. I was hiding it from him. You fools! You don't know what you're doing."
And now you need to get yourself out of trouble because you're a crackhead. So,
He
Puffhead,
might need a little fix so he's not freaking out. As
you
we
need
try
to
get
get yourself
here.
out of trouble. So it looks to me like a spy master from the evil witch queen has found himself on board, killed your scientist, nicked the flipping details for the secret thing, and you are now a hero. Do you want to be a hero? I like being a hero. Does everyone here want to be heroes? I think being heroes is...
He sort of sits on the chair with his death grip on this on the bed with his death grip on the document. He's like, "This can't go into anyone's hands. If anyone holds this, if it gets in the wrong hands, our entire empire falls."
If anybody holds this apart from a dead spy master, whoever holds it's in trouble. If the spy master who we just killed is dead and has it, then we are heroes.
You don't understand the big picture. Who the hell are you people?
We are private contractors of the state, you could say.
I would have been privy to any
wheels
sort of assignment attached to anyone.
Well,
No,
I'd
the
say, mate,
definition of
you're
crime.
a bit below the pay grade, if you know what I mean, son.
It's like this is over. This is all over. Oh God.
What is the best way to get out of here?
Listen, son.
He just starts openly weeping. It's like,
Does
my
somebody have a
family.
little bit of drugs?
My family.
Your family, have they got your family? Is that what-
No, I'm ruined. Don't you understand? All of
Well,
this
no,
is
you
going to come out.
You just killed the spy master. I don't see how you're ruined. We can spin it, mate. We can spin all of it. You were the one who left the killing blow. We all saw it, didn't we?
What?
So. You made the killing blow on the spy master when you caught him on your ship. You'd heard from us that someone had approached your ship. We'd tried to go in through the party under subterfuge to give you the clues that this guy had invaded your ship, was trying to steal the plans, and had murdered your scientist. We found him. You ended up giving the killing blow. You're a hero. You look like a hero to me. You got the uniform of a hero.
He like looks over at you with wild, wiry eyes, and he like leans over the body of Verkaz, and he fumbles in the little side dresser there, and he pulls out his ceremonial saber, and he just screams and buries it into Verkaz. And he just keeps just stabbing. Son of a bitch! You ruined my life! You ruined everything! And he just starts weeping all anew. And at this point, you just hear screaming down the halls. There's something wrong with the Admiral! Like echoing down the halls around you on either side. And guards come rushing in from either side of the halls. And they sort of like lean in. What the hell? Who? You the people! Stand back and put your weapons down!
Everything is fine, gentlemen.
They sort of like grab you and sort of move you guys out into the hall. A couple people move into the actual room. They look down. Who is this, Admiral? And he's just like freaking out, screaming and stabbing. He's like, this is the spy master. And he, and as Piotr, as you're being moved out of the room, he sort of like looks up at you and makes eye contact. He killed Dr. Thorne, and they were stealing the plans. I killed Verkaz, the spy master, with the assistance of these people. And like, whoa, we're going to have to deal with this, sir. Just come out to the deck so we can get this all taken care of. It's like, yes, of course. They're like, the High Arbiter is out there. The entire area is on full alert, sir. This whole thing has been a massive problem. It's like, yes, it'll all be cleared up. I just need to... He sort of stands up. His hands are clearly still shaking. His blood is dripping on his clothes, and he's like doing his best to slick back his hair again. I'll take care of this. I'll take care of all this. Let's move everyone out to the deck, please. He's trying to he's straighten himself up, wiping his beard down, fixing himself, and everyone just is filed out, and you're all brought down to the main deck. You see on the main deck there's a High Arbiter standing with his arms behind his back, chest out, proud. You guys don't really understand the ranking structure, but he's over all of this. And he's sort of standing there. There are guards everywhere. And you were all just sort of just being sort of manhandled out into the area. And the Admiral sort of stands at the top of that level as everyone's being brought down to the lower level. And he slowly goes down the ladder. And the High Arbiter is standing there. What is the meaning of this, Admiral? He's like, well, the spy, the orc, murdered Dr. Thorne, and he dragged her body here to frame me. I caught him in the act. He almost overwhelmed me. While the guards were off trying to find these individuals, I raced back to grab my saber in my office, and everyone met up there, and I ended up killing the spy master from the Goleks, and he is dead. And I did it. These people were sent to help, and that's what happened. And the spy master, I'm sorry, the High Arbiter is sort of standing there, tilts his head, grabs a little kerchief out of his coat, coughs a little bit in it, wipes it, hands, and puts it back in his coat, and looks around. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why would a Golek spy kill someone, drag the corpse through our gala with no one being able to see, stow it inside of your ship, steal schematics, as you see one of the guards handing the schematics that the Admiral had, state secrets, and he folds it up and puts it in his coat, only to then confront you again on the ship? Why didn't he just kill her in the library where she works, where she has been assigned, where this, he sort of pats his pocket, was supposed to be kept under secret access? And the Admiral's sort of shaking and looks over at Piotr.
If I may, please. We were sent by the library itself because one of their people had gone missing. We are investigators, and we had noticed she had been kidnapped, and I think actually the spy master had brought her here as somewhere quiet to torture her to get the schematics. Then I believe that your captain had discovered her. We noticed the ruckus. We tried to infiltrate ourselves onto the ship, not wishing to embarrass any of the military, because we all know there's a party going on. The naming ceremony looked very bad, and we have a war. We tried to deal with it quietly, but the captain bravely confronted him. And on doing that, we managed to get ourselves involved and assist him.
You apparently don't know who I am, Piotr, but I know who all of you are. We've been watching you since the day that you were assigned this bounty on Dr. Thorne. We've been watching you the entire time. Our cleaners nearly caught some of you. So, please, forgo with the bullshit if we can get past this point. We know that the Admiral has been compromised for quite some time. We never expected him to do what he did. But by removing the doctor, by securing the schematics, he kept it out of Golex's hands. I suppose, with you coming here and taking care of the spy master, you ensured that it did not fall into their hands. So, I think we shall thank you. We shall thank you all for your support for the Empire. And as way of thanks, not only will we pay you your 100... Oh, gosh. Hold on. Let me... I'm looking for the 100 gold bray that we're sure you were promised. We'll also allow you to leave with your lives. You see, now that you've seen and know what you do, we should just lock you in a dungeon for the rest of your days to ensure the secrets never get out. The knowledge never escapes. But I am in a good mood, and you all did do a good deed. So, you have a choice. You can hang by the neck and stay in Bressus for the remains of your remains, or you can take the 100 gold bray and leave Trinicius never to return. What is your choice?
Looks like we're moving.
We will leave Trinicius. But on that note, since you do have very fine war vessels, I did want to give a parting gift. We discovered a location in Locastus that is a major military point / drug distribution point that has compromised a lot of presses.
Really? And what is this?
If you could show me a map, I could point it out exactly where it's at.
Give me a mental check. Oh, 13. So you actually remember it was the ruins of Roquois.
Yep, it was right here.
Okay. So as you tell him that, he's like, well, that is a good bit of information. Thank you.
You should also know that they were working through the Freebirds cult initially. That's how they were getting people hurt.
Well,
Oh, yes. Another thing, they import the drugs by sea in a tavern, or their most recent location is in a tavern to the south, a little bit past the webbed forest.
well, we'll see send some people over to check it out. I appreciate the information. It certainly goes a long way to make sure your lives stay intact. You have done Bressus a great honor, and that is why you are never allowed back in Trinicius. You know too much, and quite frankly, you're too much of a pain in the ass. You ruined our gala. You upset the natural order of this naval shipyard. Your money will be waiting at the gates for you. You have 24 hours. If we do not meet you at the gates, we will assume you have tried to evade us, and we will hunt you down and kill you. If you pick up your money, your lives and your futures will remain untouched by us.
Bosco
Good luck to
bows
you.
in Gratitude.
Escort them out, gentlemen. And the guards are like looking down. You notice some of the guards that you guys fought are just sort of like fuming. They really want some form of revenge, but they just step aside, and the guards that were sort of guiding you are just like, this way, everyone. As you get off the actual ship itself, they're going to be guiding you out of the actual gala arena area. But after you get off the ship, away from the Admiral and the High Arbiter, they're sort of like, that was amazing. I can't believe you guys are leaving with your lives. You should be very thankful, and keep watching your back, because the High Arbiter doesn't always honor his promises.
Sorry, boys. My name's Piotr. I am a professional. It's okay. And by the way, you didn't catch me. That's how professional I am. You didn't even know I was there, did you?
No.
I'm like a snake.
No, we did not. So as soon as they lead you out to the front, you guys, your clothes are still wet from that initial dip in the water. You have your lives.
Before they depart, Arix is going to ask if they would be willing to take the handcuffs off.
They look down. Oh, yes. Yes, here. And he sort of takes a key and he takes them off this whole time he's had handcuffs on. All right. So you guys have successfully, you can pick up your money if you want to pick up the 100 gold bray at the gate and leave the city forever. Of course, you have 24 hours to do so. If you decide to stay, that's totally on you, but those are tales for another adventure. You have successfully uncovered the truth about the void silt, the solar axis, the blackmail that was being taken care of is now ended, and you have a source for that potentially any future adventure to go check out the ruins of Roquois and stop the drugs source distribution. So, congratulations, everyone. I hope it was mildly entertaining and not entirely frustrating, but congratulations. That is going to do it for this episode. All right. Well, for those of you tuning in, thank you so much for watching this DL6 Traitor Amongst Us DireLands actual play adventure. Subscribe and ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to click the like button and comment to let others learn about this system-agnostic dark fantasy tabletop role-playing game campaign setting. I would like to invite you to become a patron on Patreon, remind you that you can join my actual plays and get $10 signing up to start playing .games, and even pick up other tabletop role-playing games using my affiliate links in the description below. Thank you to creator patrons Aaron Hardy and D. Robert Handy, producer patrons David Galindo and Joe Lyons, and developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz. And as always, remember, the evil spelled backwards is live, so get out there and be evil.